Yeah. LOS. Give me a second. You feel detached, hater, you're trapped inside a mind game effect. Look in the mirror and see the blind pain deep down in the crevice of a soulless chain. Remains of the heart, darker than amber, the blackest flame. Yeah, you ride for him enough, fighting all through the two-time and shit he does. Always give him the benefit of the doubt when you know without a doubt that this nigga ain't good for none. Yeah, time and time again, you wildin' out again. He says he understands, and there he goes again, wildin' with his friends, gotta show that he's the man. Pride a hell of a drug, injecting your ego with lies, numbing it up. Cause the heavens and skies ain't never enough. When you got hell in your eyes, then it severed you up. Feeling lost without no remedy, feeling like everyone's your enemy. Fruits to labor backwards and Hennessy. You need people to see you in a certain light, otherwise it's not alright. So you put on that fake smile, hold it tight. Times that you cry, can't let him see it, and then he wipes it from your eyes and you feel defeated. I know inside you ain't alive, I can tell he sees it, and you don't really feel the vibe till he slides between it. Now you lost in this, he lost in that. Call him up, I call you back. Call it love, can't call it that. He wants to fuck, he'll call you back. Open up like jumping jacks, tell your friends you're done with that. Then he hits your line one more time, you end up running back. Has your house been a home? Is it hard to deal with him, or is it harder being alone? All you want is love, and you know he can't supply it. Send you more lies, somehow you still buy it. I just need love, I just need trust. Just a little bit of you, just a little bit of me, just a little bit of us. Make me feel like I could be just enough. Oh baby, please, oh baby, please. Oh no. Just a little bit of us. Yeah. Yeah.
I just like the sound.
Yeah. We gon' roll up, we should pull out. I can't focus, man, I'm so damn. Who drove us? I don't know. All I know is when you then you better have some. I be up all night, man, your bitch showing love all night. She know that a nigga plugged alright. Yeah, they love me for the buzz, alright. Yeah, I got some bad habits, bad habits. I'ma smoke and drink and lean ass asthmatic. Bad habits, get your speed jumping schemes like a jackrabbit. Now I'm seeing triple, but I'm making double. That'll leave him puzzled. Oh girl, you single, but you came here couple. We don't keep it subtle. I know you never did this before. Girl, no, you ain't a hoe. If you do that some more, yeah. Oh, diamonds new. Tell the truth, I got the juice. Twins on me like glue. Bustin' one, I'm fucking two. You ain't gon' shoot. Shoulder lean like Uzi. Niggas think I broke the cool, cause I left without the roof. Ain't no time for sleep. Shit, with your bitch got time for me. Hit her real fast, she leave. Shit, she brought that gas and weed. Yeah, stay wet like gasoline. She know I'm a savage B. Hold her fences at the door, nigga. Go ahead, stash the weed. Cause I'm lit, nigga. This is what I'm finna do. Hella rich, nigga. Out here ballin' with the crew. Tell them niggas get their weight up. Cause when you ballin' like this, you gotta stay up. Cause I be up all night. Man, your bitch showing love all night. She know that a nigga plugged alright. Yeah, they love me for the buzz, Yeah, I got some bad habits. Bad habits. I'ma smoke and drink and lean ass asthmatic. Bad habits. Bad habits. Get your speed jumping schemes like a jackrabbit.
I was in the rave, counting up blue faces. She gon' get a face, then I gotta replace it. Stepping in the red bottoms, I don't do no aces. 2016, we was trapping like it's aces. You need some grace, I could bless her. I could eyeball it, don't measure. Shorty eyeballing my necklace, because my diamonds is wetter. He come right down and get wetter. We put the boy in a stretcher. I never fold under pressure, just did a show for the extras. I got the main hoe in a bankroll, and I make them both do backflips. Me and you are not the same, no. Prices up now, nigga texting. How about the big body, had to change clothes. Fuck the mind mirrors with that ass shit. That nigga coming up short. She knew that mama need short, like elastic.
I be up all night. Man, your bitch showing love all night. She know that a nigga plugged alright. Yeah, they love me for the buzz alright. Yeah, I got some bad habits. Bad habits. I'ma smoke and drink and lean ass asthmatic. Bad habits. Bad habits. Get your speed jumping schemes like a jackrabbit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I got some bad. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Smoke and drink and lean ass asthmatic. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Speed jumping schemes like a jackrabbit. Yeah. Times when it's lost, you can't get it back. All the good times and memories, how they fade. Yo. Yeah. Oh, no. Let me know, baby. When it rains, I'll be by your side. Yeah. No, don't ever change. I tell you all the time. Oh, hey, it's a silent ride. It's a silent ride. Put away your pride. I put away mine. Think we wasted time. I wasted time. That's your favorite line. Say that you'll be fine, but I know inside that it's all a lie. So in a silent ride, ooh girl, it's a silent ride. Let's rewind the time back when you were mine. Cause what you supply is a different vibe. Give me your so high. So in a silent ride, it's a silent ride, ooh a silent ride. Yeah, I know it ain't the same, but this car ride, girl, bring nostalgia to the brain. Think about it, baby, all the times we used to hang. Kick back, roll me up one, let it flame. I say hold up. Instead of telling you, girl, let me show ya. I say hold up. And we done both grown a little since we broke up. Hey, I say hold up. Play with me a little, bring it closer. I say hold up, baby, hold up. You forget about the fact you ain't got closure. She don't say much, but them eyes speak a million words. My lies and my cries, but to her, that's familiar turf. All she really wanna think about is how I'm living now. Chains in my wrist, probably change a nigga living route. Still the same, who to blame if it don't work out? Such a shame, always say the hottest flames burnt out. People change, rearrange, guess it's your turn now. Caesars can't play the game, this is what
I see niggas ball getting paper, been on tour in all different places, living dreams of art just to make them, but they never talk inspiration. Hoard their money like an evil king who ain't got no guts or confidence to enforce and govern by his people's needs. Performing fucking useless for the public, warring us by corpus pouring a horde of hundreds to horror, distorting organ loving pills. And the Jews, the really Jews, will drink it through to each community you wanna build. And the empathetic, energetic, mental message meant to get depression killed. You're fighting for nothing, then it's like the spike for rhymes you write and type and wisely light a gripe inside my mind, igniting fire. I can fire right at the fuck shit, enlightening what you is. And what you is a quick buck to get stuck up, bitch, troubled. Why do we always get stuck with y'all and the realest people get ripped from us? Jealousy took nip hustle. Can't believe you took nip hustle. So from now on, if you at least an 8-figure rapper, aware of what has problems socio-economically and don't invest into things that solve them like Nip did, I'm done supporting you. Fuck if you think your track's harder. What if we treated the money we give you the way we should treat tax dollars? Nip would fuck with that line. I said, what would happen to your careers if we treated the money we give you the way we should treat tax dollars? Do you really think we want you spending our green on lean and not things helping the planet stabilize, enhancing greater minds like Nip did? We need more kings. Nipsey Hustles of the kings. Dr. Seppies of the kings. I'ma make sure your legacy is never forgotten, remembered by kings. The fight with the future needs kings. You godly forever with kings. I'ma make sure your legacy is never forgotten, remembered by kings. What you did's amazing, and I wanna say thank you, cause the game you gave me's a gift. Your greatness made it across the nation and taught the way how to boss and be rich. You was raw with the speech and lethal, kicking knowledge that knocked the teeth out of the jaws of defeat for people. I was lost and in need of the road, but I learned from you that the road to riches is fake shit. We make the roads and knowledge is what molds the brick and pavement. Yeah, your mixtape was in my car riding all within this matrix. Yeah, and now you the starlight within inspiration. Damn, I never got to meet you, and thank you for giving me the reach to get paid through dope business and talk about contagious steps that you gave me. You gone too soon, so I'ma rep you like crazy.
You gone too soon, so I'ma rep you like crazy.
You gone too soon, so I'ma rep you like crazy.
Put your lighters up in the sky, smoke your weed and just get real high. Put your lighters up in the sky, smoke your weed and just get real high. Drink your hard liquor or drink your wine. If you don't do any of that, that's fine. Some people don't and do the tipsy. Take a sip or two or maybe sip 3. This is for all the fans of Nipsey. Put your finger up and say rest in peace.
Moment in silence for Nipsey Hussle, the great. Yeah. We gotta remember the kings. Nipsey Hussles of the kings. Dr. Seppies of the kings. I'ma make sure your legacy is never forgotten, remembered by kings. The fight with the future needs kings. You godly forever with kings. I'ma make sure your legacy is never forgotten, remembered by kings.
Metronome. Mic check. Chill. Mic check. Chill. Fifth Element on the beat. Yeah. So if you ever help me up one time, my nigga, just know that I got you. When space-time's waves knock you to the ground, just reach for my hand. If you get in love from someone, even if you
midnight cruise through the big city. Limo tinted with some liquor, acting foolish, gazing. It's night lights brighter than the moon, so facing. I'm wrapped in awe from its illumination. Shouting truth, all power to the faceless. The mayor was a traitor to the good, so a will came down. She used to flood the streets for fear and drown the city out, so they nicknamed the bitch Katrina. But her real name's Doubt, and she's so gone from here. And I celebrate with a fucking Ella Blaze. Quick inhale to the smoke, fog the air. Said to my nigga, hey bro, toss a beer. Turn up and get thrown with all my peers. Fuck around and get thrown right off a pier. My niggas all got the key, they rollin' with me. They alive for this shit and thrive for business. Ain't God's a witness, you don't feel me. I remember that vivid dream. I asked who got the key to the city, and everyone pointed at me. Now I see growing up they tried to show me who to imitate, but they lied and told me who my heroes, cause they all turned out to be some zeros. So fuck y'all, I'm screaming I'm being me though. With the middle finger to the world, screaming out I'm free though. A nigga can't tell me shit, I'ma run my city. From a skyscraper with a panoramic view. On my office smell like dank and we party from sundown, from sun up. We're stacking this money, telling your bitch to pour me another drink. Pour me another drink.
Baby girl, tell me what your sign is. I got a feeling we're compatible. I heard that you like playing with fire. Got her like, whoa, I ain't never felt like this before. She tryna love me, but my heart's still cold. So I ain't really tryna take things too slow. I'll tell you anything you wanna know. I done came up from the law town, city on my back, you know where I came from. Something out of nothing, I ain't that son. And you be looking like you may be the one. And even if you ain't, we can still have fun. Baby girl, tell me what your sign is. I got a feeling we're compatible. I heard that you like playing with fire. Got her like, whoa, I ain't never felt like this before. She tryna love me, but my heart's still cold. Yeah, my heart's still cold. I can't do this anymore. When I'm hitting these notes, I want you to know that it's me. You're so beautiful, it's almost a tragedy. But you're more like a fantasy. I'm lost in this galaxy, trying to find you in the stars. I think we caught in the gravity, had to be something aligned. They ain't say what I do, love is blind. All of the things you be saying, I see the look in your eyes. I know you wanna be mine. Baby girl, tell me what your sign is. I got a feeling we're compatible. Baby girl, I could take you higher. Don't need my phone, I'm unavailable. Baby girl, tell me what your sign is. I got a feeling we're compatible. I heard that you like playing with fire. Got her like, whoa, I ain't never felt like this before. She tryna love me, but my heart's still cold.
Hear ye, make way for the Kingz. The Kingz are here.
Stand up. If it wasn't free, I couldn't.
You think the bitches is free because you're fucking seasonal, nigga? You can't be seasonal. Niggas got bitches 24 hours a day.
Kingz. You're listening to the Kingz Podcast with your hosts, Karizmatik, Irish O'Neal, and Moush.
Yo, welcome to another installment of the Kingz Podcast. I am yours truly, Karizmatik.
What's up? It's Irish O'Neal.
Moush.
And You want to jump in?
After you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sire. And today we have with us AV. How you doing, boy?
What's going on, guys? I'm doing great. How you guys doing today?
Good. Thanks for joining us, man. We're happy to have you.
Appreciate it.
Yo, he's out here working during the coronavirus, man.
Always.
Yo, subscribe, man. This guy is truth. If you like the music at the beginning of this episode, that was my man AV you have sitting right in front of you.
Yo, thank you guys for
You know
playing
what
me.
I'm saying?
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Definitely.
Let's do the plugs. Let them know where they can find you, man.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, if you go on YouTube, you just search up IAMAV. If you go on Spotify or Apple Music, anywhere, just put IAMAV. That's all the letters, letter I, A, M, A, and V. So pretty simple, you know?
And we'll have a link to the song that was playing at the beginning in the comments. And yo, I mean, if you want to catch me, this funny motherfucker, I don't mean by face only. If you want to catch me, you can catch me at Karizmatik IPE on Facebook, Karizmatik_me on IG and Twitter. You can catch me rocking your moms. But yo, book me, man. Yo, we out here. Corona's coming to a close, and plus, I ain't afraid. Ebola didn't get me. I ain't gonna let this shit get me. Ain't catching your boy. African for life. Conda. Oh, I did that shit all wrong. Yo, you see how old I is now? Oh shit. This is my age show.
Side-eye from over here.
Fuck you. Okay.
Ani Moush.
Ani_Moush on Instagram and Twitter. Follow my Etsy page by Moush on Etsy, by _Moush on Instagram. Doing all kinds of artwork now, gift boxes and stuff while Corona's going on. So pay me to do stuff. That's not weird.
So you got some daddy boxes?
I do have some daddy boxes for Father's Day. So I got a Zaddy pack.
There you go.
And then I have 3 other types of like gift boxes. One's a dog dad box, etc. So.
You ain't got no call me zaddies?
In the Zaddy sort of like pack.
No,
I'm gonna post about it. I'm trying to be big, so people go to my social.
He's looking for that sexual daddy pack.
Yo, I'm looking for that energy, yo. You know,
Yeah.
something that hit different.
That one will hit differently than the other 3. The Zaddy
it's
box
hit different, not
is
differently.
not-
Get your phonics
It's
out
not
of here.
gonna be hitting the same way. Not for an actual father, I think. That box.
So not for your actual daddy, but for Zaddy.
Yeah.
For Zaddy, yo.
That's why.
Daddy pays the bills.
I feel like
Daddy's
I
not
had
paying the
to
bills no
also
more.
acknowledge all the men out there that don't have kids.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate that. You know, I can be appreciated. Call me Zaddy. Call me whatever you want. Just let me get them cheeks. Ah! You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Catch all that on my social media.
Call me a nigga. I just want them cheeks. I don't give a fuck.
Oh shit, guys! Catch me on Instagram and Twitter at It's Irish O'Neill. Check out the STC podcast, Shit Talking Cunts, live every Sunday. Call and talk shit with us. You can catch me here on Kingz Sundays, Thursdays. Also on Saturdays, the Midlife ISIS podcast. Shout out to the Trash Conspiracy podcast on Wednesdays and the monthly Dumpster Snack podcast. Check out my band Danesleaf at danesleaf.bandcamp.com. Get the album Fading Leaves, and that's that, motherfucker.
Nah, fuck you. Check out my boy Elos. We didn't play him at the beginning. We got my boy AV on today, but I got to link y'all to. I think you like the music he's dropping, and I think you're gonna like your shit as well. But yeah, you know, making connections, you know, dick to pussy, rapper to rapper, we doing it all. We hitting them things.
Should we get into the principles?
Hell yeah,
do
yeah,
it.
yeah. I need to know how you feel about these principles.
I wake up with a king mentality.
What kind of principles we talking?
So these are the principles that we tell men that they need to bag these women out here. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So if you out there on the hunt,
to hear this, okay?
right? You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
I mean, hey, just perspectives. You know, I mean, like I have a girl, so but I'm just interested
There
to
you
see
go.
what you guys think about.
So
I
the
guarantee
other
you
two
hitting
at
on
the
some of
table.
these right here. Yo, Irish, take it away.
Well, we got 3 that we think we've narrowed it down to. The first and foremost is confidence. I basically liken it to like a salesperson. You know, you know what you're selling. You don't give a fuck really if they're buying or not. You know your product's good. You go up with your spiel, and hey, if they throw a drink in your face, say fuck you, or they're down, you don't really give a fuck, but you know that your shit works.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to fuck you, who gonna want to fuck you? You got to be able to want to buy what you want to sell. You know what I'm saying? If someone doesn't see you, you know, enjoying the product, they ain't gonna want a piece of it either. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't convinced that what you bring to the table, they ain't gonna want to see what's below the belt. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And you want them to want to see what's below the belt, so you got to entice them. You got to put like chocolates on it and something. See, I was born chocolatey, but you white people got to. Yeah, I'm sorry.
An extra step.
But you guys got an
stand out
extra
in the
step.
sun for a little bit.
You know, or dip yourself in some chocolate. Don't make it look like shit though. But second off is honesty. I believe that you have to give them honesty. I mean, a lot of people out there, you know, swerving them, trying to get them. But like, if you want a real one, you gotta. How are they supposed to accept you for what you ain't putting out? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If you want to be accepted, let's say you're like, because a lot of women call men dogs. You know what I'm saying? But like, I know a lot of men. They like multiple women. Why can't you be out front with that? Why can't you be forward with that information? You know what I mean? It might lose you a couple of battles, but there are women out there that will accept that.
If men are dogs, then women are bitches. So
Exactly. We in the same kennels. You know what I'm saying? We in the same fucking kennels.
All right, so I guess the question is do you want to live your life being a dog, or do you want like some sort of ending happiness?
See, I don't think it's either or. See, I've been in many relationships in my past where, you know, I've had a solid thing, but then again, you know, this solid thing goes around, we fucking bitches together.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But it depends on how much trust you are, like, because how many guys are first off able to say to the woman that I want to be in this relationship, but I would like other pussy? How many guys have you heard say that shit?
To the girls? Or
to the girl.
Mm-hmm.
They say that to their niggas.
Yeah, to the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's like, a lot of guys that are afraid to take the loss of like, because a chick will just go, oh, fuck no, I'm not down for that. And guys like, but I still want to get pussy. So they're just like, fine. And then they try and cram a square peg into a round hole. Because the guy really wants to get frivolous pussy. Like we all want that. Like even
on
guys.
On some level.
Even guys that are monogamous, they're like, they're still like, you see them, they're frothing at the mouth when they see hot chicks walk by. And it's like, why? You only have one life. Why would, if you want frivolous pussy, set it up that way. Like, you might have to take a loss on the chick that you're currently interested in or invested in, but like, how important is your happiness to you?
Like, I talk this like, and from my perspective, like, so with women, I'm about anal, bro. I need some ass. I need some fucking ass. If they're not bringing any ass to the table, this could like none.
I've watched him reject pussy because they would not give up ass.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be about what you're about. I ain't gonna be out there lying and shit.
Lying.
What the fuck? Like, what do I look like lying? I just look unhappy. That's all I look like lying. You know what I'm saying?
A man knows what he wants.
I watched him suffer months of not getting any, and like chicks will be like, I mean, you could fuck me, and he's like, am I getting ass? And they're like, no, and he's like, keep on trekking. Like, next house.
And you see, this is a guy that's been in many really happy relationships. So, but it's like it's getting to that point. You know what I mean? It's striking out a couple of times to find the gem in the rough. You know what I mean?
Time is your pussy.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Let me just get to the third principle,
yes,
and then we can get right into this conversation. So the third principle we say is social intelligence. So essentially, we'd say this have for anything in your life, but particularly when you're approaching like a female or something like that, where have something to say to like bring to the table, like be interesting, have a hobby. Don't just come up and be like, yo, the weather's sick today. Like, you know, no one wants to hear that shit. No one cares. So just know like what that social intelligence is that you possess and just bring that up front. Right away.
So that's like kind of like an edge, right? Like what you're saying, like an edge to what you have. You can't just kind of be
like
basic.
I mean, we don't know you yet,
so
but
like
off the bat, I would think that music is part of your social intelligence.
Yeah, for
right?
sure, definitely. I feel like music speaks to everybody. You know, whether you're young, old, you know, male or female. So it's just like that's kind of something that I appreciate a lot.
Gives you another wavelength to connect on, right?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I
saying?
use that to connect not only with people, but kind of like with my own self. You know, like
Hell
what are the things that I'm thinking? You know, and like how can I express that with other people?
And like I'm sure you see that different types of music bring out different thoughts and different
Of course,
attitudes within yourself.
Yo, rest in peace. But when I put some Pop Smoke on, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to go. I'm hyped up. So you throw it out, you feel the energy. You know what I'm
There's
saying?
some songs you're just like, oh, I want to fucking fight someone right
exactly.
Bro,
Wow.
now. I told her yesterday I put on like some scary metal music and some riff hit, and I was like, oh, see, you hear that? You hear that? And she's like, what? I was like, that makes me want to go kill people.
Nah, man.
And then he was like, no, the good kind of.
I don't ever want to watch another white man say that again. I don't ever want to watch
You know what?
another
I
white
said
man.
it and I
Sensitive
felt
time
the
for
immediate
that right now.
energy. I felt everyone's
Sensitive
asshole
time.
tighten up when I said that. I want to
Bro.
take that back.
Yo, I heard all the melanin in this room say, get him. It was a little softer over there.
I was like, uh-oh.
But like some music is supposed to make you feel that way. You know what I mean? Like,
No, nothing's supposed to make white men feel that way. Specifically white men.
No, they always try and bend that on us. No, don't bend that.
Not that one, no. Because when they feel it, they shoot up a bunch of people. Black people might shoot that one person they really hated for a really long
it's
time.
more direct.
Yes. Our hate is a lot more directed.
It's
White people are like, I have a bad day, fuck everybody!
White people, they just fucking mentally snap. Black people, it's calculated.
Yeah, it's
like-
not a snap. It's
Yeah.
not a snap. It's a flick.
Yeah.
We flick. You a snap. You know what I mean? Like, y'all have issues, man. You know, we chocolate. Keep it consistent. But, what was I going to say about the music? Oh, yeah. So, speaking about the music and bringing you into different wavelengths and things like that, is there a type of music that you think you gravitate towards more if you are, let's say, on the hunt or on the prowl or looking to get women? Is there a type of music you play more? Like me, if I'm feeling romantic or something like that, it's R&B that gets me in the mood to, go and talk to girls, be a little bit more smooth or something like that. Do you get that effect?
I mean, I don't necessarily like think about a certain type of music to get women. Like I don't really associate those things. I feel like like I said, I have a girl, but I'm like more into like I'm gonna expand on what she thinks about and like what she's really about before I'm trying to like quote unquote set the mood of whatever it is. So
what attracts you to a girl then? Let me ask you that.
I guess like how her mind is. You know what I'm saying? What she talks about, what she thinks about. Can she hold a conversation?
I gotta challenge that because what got you to talk to her in the first place?
The girl that I'm with right now.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that she could hold a conversation, I could talk to her.
I mean, you weren't physically attracted to her first?
Yeah. I mean, of course, that's one of the first things. But it's just like. I guess I've been there where it's like, the physical attraction is there when you like a girl. That's obviously, like you see things in a girl that you feel like you would like. But then, like, how long is that going to last? To me, it's more of like, what can we talk about? Because at the end of the day, when we're both laying down in bed, I'm not looking at your face the whole time. I'm like trying to talk to you. I'm trying to like see what you're thinking about.
Deep. Okay.
Yeah. So did it start then as you were looking for a relationship, or did it start as just kind of like fucking and then hanging out, and then it kind of developed into something?
I say I'm more of a relationship type of like guy,
Okay, because
monogamy.
Like yeah.
And have you always been monogamous mostly, or?
Yeah, not that I've never had like spurts of times where like I guess I just have fun or whatever, but I'm just more of like when I'm in those times, I'm more looking for somebody that I can connect with on a deeper level before I'm trying to just like have a bunch of fun, so.
But like, so let me ask you this. So connection on a deeper level, how much fun are you willing to forego, and how much, like, what's more important on your scale?
Fun or connection?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not sacrificing either or. You know what I'm saying? With somebody that I'm connected with, I'm having as much fun as I could ever want. Like you learning about somebody is a fun thing. So.
Do you think that has trickled into your music at all? Do you think it played a role?
Definitely. Like the music I make is not, I guess, sexually forceful like a lot of the music nowadays. It's more kind of like on the, playful side, that makes you kind of think of where you could go with these situations, where it could kind of go either or.
It's more of a vibe.
Yeah, more of a vibe, exactly.
Yeah, so I mean, vibing seems to be a big thing in this new generation. It seems to be your entire fucking way.
I love vibing.
I'm trying to think. Was there a different word for like first off, how old are you?
29.
29? Damn it, my nigga. When do you turn 30?
I just turned 29.
Just turned. All right, I got a little time on you.
Okay.
I got a little time on you.
Oh, word.
Birthday's in October. I'll be 30 this year.
April 5th is my birthday.
Oh shit, April 14th.
Okay, cool.
Libras are better. But
Aries all day.
Yeah. So Aries gang.
Yeah.
Y'all be alright. That's why y'all can't celebrate your birthday this year, right? Yeah, right? Y'all on time out.
Too soon.
That was a hit.
God put y'all on time out,
Don't speak too soon, right?
Y'all been talking shit, now y'all can't celebrate your birthday. Okay? we in May, okay? Y'all birthday done passed, okay?
Oh my god. Well, I guess that. Well, go ahead.
No presents for you. There's coronavirus. She got coronavirus.
Nah. You silly.
He had his moment. It's okay.
I forgot what I was gonna ask. I was laughing so hard.
How long have you and your girl been together?
Honestly, we've pretty much been talking since this whole coronavirus incident started.
So it's pretty recent.
New.
Yeah, it's new. So we're still kind of getting to know each other and like learn about each other, like what we like about each other, what works.
Have you met in person yet?
Yeah, of course. Okay. We've hung out like pretty much almost every day for this corona.
I just gotta make sure no catfishing out here.
No.
I ain't for that life, bro. We fucking kill catfish.
Nah.
They make a delicious
we got Snapchat
soup.
these days. You can't get catfish.
I make a delicious soup from
That's
it.
true.
Right? You say you can't be? There's still people that
What's
exist.
Snapchat these days.
Yeah, dog.
Like, yo, send me a picture with like a peace sign or whatever, and then
something.
do something.
I don't rock that Snapchat way, but also
see?
you can't get me though. If we ain't meeting within the first like day and a half, like fuck you.
Well, I was gonna say, so you said you're big on vibing. Like, how long do you have like a time limit on like by X amount of dates with a chick? Like, she's gotta give me some pussy or like, it's no-go?
No, I don't.
See, that you got to start respecting your time more. This is a big thing I try to push on guys more and more. Is like me, for example, I've got a 3-date rule, right?
3-date rule. Okay.
At about date 3.
I think that's harsh.
By dinner, it's pretty harsh. But hey, look, this is the way Patrice used to equate it. It's like my time is my pussy. The way women feel about their pussy, that's how guys feel about our time. It's very precious to us. So,
but at the same time, he doesn't feel sex heavy.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get that vibe from him at all. Like we keep seeing sex and he's like, yeah, but I want to vibe.
He still
And,
fucks. I mean, you know what I mean? It's
We
like,
suspect he can just vibe. He just probably put it in the pussy. He's like, can we vibe out? He's like, yes. I don't know. We don't know how to get down.
If that's like on high up on your priority, like honestly, then that's like where your scale like ranges. But
I mean, like I'm a sexual person, so it's like I like sex, but it's just I'm not so I guess aggressive about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm very like I grew up with women, so it's like I never felt like the whole aggressive approach ever got me anywhere. So like I'm like you said, I'm much more vibing.
Aggressive though.
Why does that have to be aggressive? Because I feel like if I'm not getting pussy on the third date, it's like
see,
this is a little aggressive to me. I don't know.
Have you ever done stand up? Like
see that's some indoctrination. Because what's wrong with being honest? I go listen. We've gone out on 3 dates. That's my time that you've gotten. You've gotten the equivalent of my pussy over 3 dates. I haven't gotten any of your pussy. So you've essentially fucked me 3 times. I haven't got any from you. Now listen, I don't know. I know by this point, first of all, it's like if I go out on a date with you, I know I want to fuck you. Okay, it's just I'm not gonna like just take some goofy bitch out that I don't want to fuck. But by date 3, if you haven't given me anything, I go at dinner. I go listen. I know I want to fuck you. I don't know if you want to fuck me, but figure it the fuck out because we're not going on any more food excursions. My time, my pussy. No, it's done.
No,
figure it out.
Romantic.
And then I walk away.
No, but like my shit is just like no, I can't be as cutthroat as him. So like I've explained it this way.
And you've seen some of the women that I've cut off.
No, very true, very true.
Fucking the figure skater. Oh.
But bro, honestly, like mine is this: like until we're in a situationship at very least, you don't have no claims on my dick. So I'm gonna be slaying and we can be talking. You know what I'm saying? That has neither has bearing on the other.
But I don't want to spend the money going out and talk to this chick when there's another chick that's giving me pussy respecting my time.
Spending money. Not every excursion needs to be a spending money excursion. I'm not
if she
spending
wants
money
to
on
take
you
me
every
out for
fucking
dinner,
time for
that's
months.
fine. She wants to get to know me and take me out for dinner. I'm all for that.
That's
she can drive and pick me up,
and then I'll go get some pussy. If you don't want to give it up.
Here's another question: if she's paying for all the dates, how many dates are you willing to go on before?
Hey, if she's gonna pay for all the shit,
that's a great question. Nobody's asking that shit.
Here's the thing: if she's gonna pay for all the shit, I'd go on as many dates as possible. However, I wouldn't really respect a woman that would be willing to pay for my dates.
Okay, you would not.
No,
I inherently feel like the guy should have to pay.
See, I feel that way too, but a girl offering is more than enough to get me titillated. You understand what I'm saying? So like, I'll let her pay to see if she does it. If she does it the first time, and I will really like. I don't really need your money. So like, if I'm asking you out, I want to pay. Yeah. But you saying that you saying and being willing to pay and being able to pay. Nah, that's fucking cool.
Well, and it's also like a put together guy by the time
I don't need it. It's fucking cool.
Yeah, a put together guy though by the time he's coming to a chick trying to like, hey, interact with a chick. Like in theory, he's got everything he needs in life. Except what is the one thing he doesn't have that he's going to the woman for? Pussy. That's what he needs. He doesn't need anything else. He needs the thing that he can't himself provide, which is pussy.
Very true. Doesn't mean she doesn't have to be. Doesn't mean she downright just doesn't have to be unstable. You know, like you can pick up an unstable girl and like bring her with you. But like a girl that has her shit together.
I think this is where the disconnection is because like you're saying that you have everything you need in life, right? And that all you need is the pussy. Yeah. But I think you forget that there's a female attached to the pussy.
See,
I know
it's not just like
a lot of people say that to him, believe it or not.
See, that's why I put it as I'm looking for a Bonnie and Clyde type of situation. But that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? Someone that I can do dirt with.
But that's the thing. All they are at first is pussy, and then it grows from there.
I feel like that's where your initial problem is.
But why is that a problem?
I would argue his point on this one because I would say that like it's odd because we don't get sex heavy from you, and a lot of guys you get sex heavy from. You know what I'm saying? No, we're of the same fucking generation. We're literally almost the same year. So, like, most guys I know are sex heavy. They were always looking to fuck.
Even non-sex heavy guys, the first moment you see a chick, you don't know if, like, we're going to vibe the same, if she likes the same music. I know if I want to fuck her right away by looking at her.
Yeah.
That's something I don't need to suss out.
Do you care if you vibe if you really don't want to fuck? She's a friend.
Like pussy's not all women are unless pussy's not all I'm after unless that's all a woman's offering.
It definitely has to be part of the equation.
To me, like you don't really get an honest guy until after you fuck us. So it's like they should just fuck us right away, and then you're gonna know where you stand with the person.
See, you guys are on polar opposites on that one, and that's the point that you need to.
I get it.
That. You guys are polar opposites.
I get it. I'm just fighting.
I'm
fighting myself.
I'm a little bit closer to yours on this one, but like no, I completely see the merit of his. If he's not sex heavy, like. especially like me being about
I
anal all the
can't
time.
necessarily say that I'm not sex heavy though, because like my girl's gonna watch this and she'll be like, oh, he's definitely sex heavy. So it's just like
How long did it take before like you try to jump her bones or some shit?
I mean, like I guess I'm pretty quick with what it is. It's not more of like
3 dates worth of time.
It's I don't want to like say a number amount of days, but it's just more of like
how long you vibe.
When
enough that you felt it was respectful.
Yes, exactly. So it's kind of just.
And that's really what it
whenever
comes
I
down
feel
to.
is the right amount of time, I guess. Whatever it could be a short amount of time, it could be a long amount of time.
I mean, you're not gonna wait 6 months to fuck a chick. That would be insane.
No. You're not gonna wait 6 months to fuck. So like in general, fuck a chick. You're not gonna wait 6 months to fuck. So like in that time, what the fuck are you doing? You understand?
Well, I guess I mean like I don't know. To be truthful, like I feel like I've never really had to like quote unquote like wait too long. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when you're not so aggressive about this, and I don't feel like if this is a good thing I'm be telling you or not, but when you're not so aggressive, it will make them more inclined to take less days. You know what I'm saying? But when you're giving them like a 3 day limit, they're like, oh, then I'll give you a week.
I mean, it also depends on if you're dealing with a deer or a fucking bear, because some women you got to be more. Different women require different ammo.
Yeah, I guess that's
yes,
true.
Yes,
I agree
like
with that.
I gotta be really aggressive with really aggressive women. Other ones they're like these little like you're like, oh, come here.
Yeah, first off, you gotta grab the right rifle, right?
Yeah.
Like with
you're not gonna pull out a shotgun for a bunny.
Yeah. Let's say
I promise you won't get canceled. This is a comedy podcast.
You gotta pull out the right gun. That's all it is. Like if you hunting like white women, right? They'd probably be out in the fields grabbing like nuts and raisins and berries and shit. So you might just need a granola. Exactly. That's isn't that like a nut or berry?
You'd be hunting at Whole Foods, is what you're saying.
Exactly. So all you would need is a pea shooter. You won't need a shotgun, right? You go into the hood, you gonna need a shotgun to take down. Like these girls, like different. It's different.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like yes and no. I mean, like there's girls from like rich neighborhoods that are like really aggressive, and then there's girls from the hood who are like really timid.
But you know why they're aggressive? They're aggressive because, and this happens with a lot of pretty women, is it's because people are afraid to take the L. They're like, no. Think about how many people will not shut down a pretty girl because they're like, I want to get some pussy. Like a lot of these women they don't have the skills to even argue because they've only had to argue up into a point where a guy was afraid of missing out on pussy.
And then every guy that decides to argue with them is an asshole.
Well, and what the problem is it does a disservice to women because it's fucking phony, and it's you know what I mean. Guys should let them know if they're being fucking dumb and not just go like, oh, I'm not gonna say anything because I want to fuck them.
Anybody should let you know if you're being fucking dumb. Like that's.
I'm not afraid to miss out on pussy. So if a girl's being dumb, I'll call her out.
Because I've had this problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I as you said, I grew up with a lot of women, and like you guys are a lot more supportive than sometimes is needed in that moment.
And
like sometimes you need to correct the shit, and y'all are like, I support you.
No, and like
he was a dick, and you're like, he beat him up every day. Like what the fuck, yo? Like why don't you tell her that she's a bitch? Like why don't you do that?
Here's the other thing: like how many times are your friends holding you accountable for what you did?
Often.
And they're in like response to like something happening with like your girl or like whatever. You know what I mean? Like how many times are they gonna definitely take your side, or are they gonna be like, what'd you do?
I don't surround my if you can't be an independent thinker around me, I don't hang out.
Yeah, I gotta hear
you.
both sides.
Yeah, but I feel like females are not like that.
They're not. Like you have to be able to tell me I'm wrong for you to hang out with me.
Well,
girl, you right.
Well, girls have this like loyalty thing that guys don't have. Like we'll throw each other under the bus for pussy. Like fucking like.
Well,
that.
some people will. Some people will. That's not the.
Not
us.
Not us. There's gentlemen in this room.
Like what? All right, so you've already hit it off with this one chick. Okay, there's not a billion other chicks in the world. Like I need this one. Like what is she doing to me? Like she got some special skills like that nobody in the world has else has. Like what the fuck is that? I don't understand that shit. I don't believe in cheating. If you need to fuck, just tell them you need to fuck and go fuck.
Yeah.
The hell?
Yeah, but the problem is that not every girl is down for that. The point is if you want to do that, you gotta say that up front. And be like, this is the type of person that I am.
Or if something changes.
Or no.
You should. I mean, nobody has to.
Like, women should do that too. It's not just men, but a lot of times men do it less than women do. I feel like women sometimes come more upfront.
Fuck no.
Right, but it's ultimately guys' fault because guys have just lied to women.
Exactly. Men are more sometimes men are not willing to take the L and they're just willing to like lie and not be upfront.
Not sometimes, often.
Often. That's what I'm saying.
That's why the girls think guys are scumbags. There's all these guys that'll say like hey, I like this show Supernatural, and you're like, you couldn't give two fucks about the show, but you're like, yeah, dude, that's my favorite show too. And then you sit through like 4 seasons of horseshit you don't give a fuck about for pussy. There's guys that will do that. There's guys that will do that.
Sadly.
Instead of just being like, hey, I don't like Supernatural. I couldn't give a fuck, but I do want to fuck you. And then be willing to, if she goes, well, fuck you. Okay, on to the next one. And if not, if she's like, oh, okay, well, thank you for being honest. Some women actually appreciate the honesty, believe it or not.
And then they ask, do you like, Star Wars?
Yeah.
Some can get creative. I don't know, But like the fact of the matter is, you have to put it out there to start. You know what I mean? So like to your perspective, how long was it? Do you think before in this situation before you guys ended up bumping uglies?
What do you mean?
How long before you fucked?
I mean, like before we hang out. I mean, we talked for probably like 2 weeks like that. Before we hung out and like started like chilling and stuff.
So how many chills before you fucked? How many vibes before you fucked?
Like I said, I don't want to talk about exactly this. It's not just me I'm talking about.
More or less.
No.
Because it's not just me I'm talking about.
We can do weeks.
I mean, the thing is, I don't want to be disrespectful because I don't know how she would feel about this. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to, say it was this amount of days. Or was that
all right,
amount
past
of days.
relationship.
That's what I'm saying.
Past relationship. This ain't the first girl you dealt with.
No, it's not the first, obviously. But I would say like in the past. It doesn't like take like I say a lot of times for me to hang out for it to like.
What's a lot of time that varies for people?
Huh?
What's a lot of time that varies for people?
I mean, usually just not a lot of time. I guess that's the best way I would say it. I don't like.
Some girls don't see 3 months as a lot of time.
Well, okay. I mean, usually within the first couple of times we hang out, type of thing.
There you go. So, there you go. And like, I mean, that's what I'm trying to feel out.
But like,
because,
that's another thing too. Like, it's not like I'm like, okay, when we hang out this time, I'm gonna do it. Like, that's not how I'm thinking.
No. And that's like, and that's not what I'm saying
out,
either.
Then it's like the second day. All right, this is the time we're gonna. Like, that's not really how I'm thinking.
Yeah, no.
Like,
I mean, if you try and force shit, it doesn't happen.
I feel like
it's
the less I think about that is like the more that she like feels comfortable and then we hang out and like whatever happens kind of thing.
No, but like what I'm doing by asking this is gauging your limits, not hers. You know what I mean? Right. So like, is it you that's able to wait?
A woman will wait till her wedding day.
She'll wait. She'll wait. Most of them will wait. A lot of them I know will fucking wait. How long will you wait?
Fuck,
you know what I'm saying?
so
Before you're like, yo, I need a compromise.
I mean, I guess like when you like start hanging out with somebody, you want to like kiss them and you want to see how far everybody's limits are. So it's like, I guess like that's something that you early on kind of feel on. Like,
okay,
so when you hang out with somebody, like, what are your limits gonna be hanging out with me? Like, are you just trying to like kiss? Do you want to like just hold hands? Are you trying to go a little bit further than that? Like there's.
And it's about like what you were saying too. Like, I mean, the approach of like not being so aggressive and then making them feel comfortable a lot of the times makes it happen faster. You know what I'm saying?
No, very true. I mean, but that still varies for every person. So I was trying to see.
Like, this is a scenario that we're talking about now.
No, very true, because we have an archetype of who he believes himself to be, and I want to know like what he is at his worst.
Sure.
Or does he know himself at his worst? You know what I'm saying? Because like me after 3 months, you can't convince me not to fuck something. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
that voice starts fucking fuck her brains out.
No, that voice the only voice in my head. Like I am.
You're like, where's the other guy on the shoulder?
He's been eaten by the other person. Like
it's just us.
You understand what I'm saying? Like so, like have you ever gotten to a point where it's like, yo, like I'm gonna need like to work something out. We need to work something out. It's never gotten that far.
No, I've never been in a situation where she's like, oh, I want to wait like 3 months or whatever. Like, nah. I feel like you said, when you're comfortable with somebody and you're open with somebody and you don't force things like that, you're not putting a time limit on.
Even early, like in high school though, like was it you never experienced stuff like that? Because like a lot of guys, what it is, like all guys kind of like start how we're talking, and then eventually they have some sort of thing happen that is like a breakthrough moment or epiphany moment, and then they get to like sort of what we're talking about, this mentality where we have, or exactly what you're talking about.
I feel like a part of this is like I also had female friends that I didn't do anything with. You know what I'm saying? Like that I just hung out with, and it wasn't about sex. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I feel like when you spend time and you like have females in your life that aren't just girls that you fuck, you kind of get like a sense of what it is to just actually hang out with a female. So like you're not thinking about it as 3 days. You're just thinking about it as like, oh, I'm just spending time with this person. And if like, hey, this is the day that we do something, hey, that's a cool thing that happens.
The only thing is like 90% of the time I would always rather hang out with one of my guy friends.
To that point that you said, if you scratch that itch, they're not gonna get offended. You understand what I'm saying?
What do you mean what itch?
So like. At some point, every man like he jerks off, right? Meaning that doesn't it you want to fucking
I have
nut.
never
with those pigtails. He does it every second. Like in those type of situations, like not every time are you going to jerk off. So like if you're stressed to the max, like I completely understand. Like, I have a lot of women in my life that I would fuck, but it's not about that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I can thoroughly enjoy time with them without thinking about that. But they're not being offended by the fact that I still do need to go and fuck. You know what I mean?
Also, so you're saying that they're in your life and you don't like, and you don't need to fuck them, but like you would want to fuck them still.
There are some, and there are some that I don't care to fuck.
My female friend, the female friends that
you don't have any like that.
I mean, it's not really like that. I feel like the women in my life aren't centered around like if I want to have sex with them or not.
They're not centered around that either. They're in my life because I do acknowledge that their personality, and I do acknowledge the person that they are, and that's why I hang out with them.
There you go, yeah.
Because pretty girls come in and out of my life, but do I also acknowledge that I'm a man? And in the back of my head, it's like, yo, she looks banging today.
Yeah.
I am never going to be like, yo, this part doesn't exist. No, I'm true to all facets of my human being because he's a gentleman. He may be like, yo, that's a fat ass, but he's also the first to be like, yo, your thing is torn real quick. You want me to cover you while you want me to take this off? And like I'm also the first to do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's
so like why must I neglect the fact that I am attracted to you just to respect you? Like, I don't think that that has to happen.
Yeah, like you respect them and you're their friend and you're cool just being their friend. But if they offered to fuck, you'd fuck them.
Yeah, for me that's an activity.
It wouldn't.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm playing basketball real quick. Like
Tuesday afternoon, man.
Yeah.
What are you
For me, that's
about?
bro. Like they're like it's not always emotional. So like we just
be
play.
like, oh yeah, I got time. Sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Why not?
You want to go? Like, let's go. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You wouldn't have to like think about it. You wouldn't have to call a friend.
So I guess that's another aspect of it. You know, for everybody, sex is a different thing. You know, sex could be very emotional for people. Sex could be very activity for other people. You know? So it's like that's another thing you need to think about. You know, you can maybe find somebody where they see sex more as an activity, not so much as an emotion, so that when you're like, yo, let's do this activity together, you don't feel like you're compromising with their emotions and you got to watch 4 seasons of whatever it is, you know, because you need to invest yourself emotionally.
Right now.
It's just so you like, I don't know, kind of get a mental perspective because there is girls out there, like she was saying, that are pretty open about whatever it is that they want to do. So I feel like don't put yourself in a mental battle of what it is that you want to do.
Well, I think it's so important too to like when you vibe with someone, when you find someone like that has the same sort of sexual appetite, it just makes the relationship better too.
Yeah,
and I find the people who I've been in relationships with where that matched, it was a much better relationship and more truths were said out loud.
In mine, because for me, sex is I liken it to an activity. I do play around with it, so I kind of give the image that it is more of a playful thing with me. I don't hide that at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm always throwing around or scooting about. Like I will season every sentence with just a touch of sex. You know what I'm saying? Like I love doing that shit. And like if like girls can get used to the person you are if you're the person you are and you're true about it. You know, I'm not over there sitting and like taking weird glances. Like, no, you caught me looking. You know I like ass. What you want? Like,
okay, so ready now. I'm gonna drop a bomb on you guys right now. Ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop a bomb on you guys.
Kingz exclusive.
Okay, exactly. So we've had this whole conversation about sex. We had this conversation about women and sex, and you seeing women, you know, and sex, right? All right, as guys, something like feeling like I grew up with women, something I understand that we don't really realize is women, no matter what happens, no matter what they do, they can't go to absolutely any single space in life without being sexualized. Meaning that, so no matter what they do in life, they can't be looked at by, you know, somebody like you or me or whatever and just be like, oh, I want to fuck her. It's like she goes to the grocery store. I want to fuck her. I want to go to school. Somebody wants to fuck her. I'm a teacher. I want to fuck her.
She goes to prison. They want to fuck her.
Exactly.
It exists everywhere.
Okay, so now, all right, so now back it up. That has a psychological effect on you.
It does.
Because like now you're not being accepted for who you are. Nobody cares about what your favorite color is. Nobody cares about what your favorite movie is or what your favorite season of a show is because I just want to fuck you.
They're finally
you know
agreeing.
What I'm saying?
You guys are finally agreeing.
Hopefully there's a little connection here, but it's just like
yes, but the way that he's saying it and the way that he's saying it are like two different parts of the spectrum.
Yeah, but because they're on such polar opposites, they're actually agreeing in the middle.
I know. Harmony.
Like you guys just agreed on what the world is. Yes, it's guys chasing down frivolous pussy and not understanding women. That's exactly what we're saying it is. You know what I'm saying? But if you could be honest about how much of an aspect that plays in your life, then they can see how they can gauge you.
I know, but it's also you gotta understand like what is there to understand about women because they're
There's a lot.
Their logic
There's
is
a lot.
based on their emotions,
Like what
which
I
is a
just said.
constantly changing thing.
and this is where me and him had a disagreement because he believes that you should learn to hunt from the hunters, and I hung out with the deers to learn how to hunt deer.
Deer don't know how to hunt deer.
You know what I'm saying? So like I learned how they
It's
act,
not
and I
in a
learned
deer's
how
nature
they.
to kill another deer.
Yes, but my thing is this. My thing is if you. So let's say you're trying to capture a deer, right?
Right.
And you go to a hunter to capture the deer. He's probably going to go through a way that's pretty abrasive and rough to the animal that the animal doesn't enjoy or
That's
doesn't
not
find
true.
helpful.
You got to be clean and ethical with your kills. One shot, one kill.
Kill. You got to kill it to catch it. You know what I'm saying?
Every
but
hunter's
like
different, but okay, yeah.
But
I'll
like
go along
me
with
having
it, right?
me having hung out with the deer, I don't need to kill the deer to catch the deer. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to inflict pain on the deer to catch the deer.
So you can hug the deer and then let it frolic away.
The
once
deer
you're
will
done.
literally come up to me to get a hug, and I can let it go and breathe. You know what I'm saying? Without taking a piece from it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But like
that's not really getting the deer.
for me, that's getting the deer. I got the deer. I wanted my
He spends
activity.
time
I'm
with
not
the
like
deer.
yeah.
He doesn't want to keep it forever. He just wants to enjoy it.
And if I did want to keep it,
and you've gotta
forever,
do
it can come back alive.
And you've got to do a lot more. Hey, buddy, come here.
I got to do that anyway.
And I just gotta sneak up and bang.
Due to my analogy,
But
I got
what you want out of sex and what he wants out of sex are two different things.
mine takes his approach. Because you
Yeah,
never,
that's a longer approach
even if a
for me.
girl's gonna
Yeah,
say
but
yes to
he needs
anal,
to do
even
that.
if a
That's
girl's
the
gonna say
work he
yes
needs
to
to put
anal,
in.
you're not gonna just throw it in her face. She's gonna be like, "Fuck you, bitch." So I gotta take his approach. So I've always been on his approach. I can't be like yours.
know.
I can't be like yours because I'm fucking nuking the deer. Like I
I'm
need the
actually
deer.
so happy that you said this because you're like the second person finally to agree with Karizmatik.
Like, yeah, like.
It's just that
Hey,
a lot
I'm
of people on
not.
this
Hey, I'm
show-
not arguing that the approach doesn't
The
work.
general guy perspective,
No.
like they have a perspective that they don't know how to get what they want.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Where the part that we're forgetting is now like on the receiving end with like
Yes,
with the female,
yes.
right?
Right.
Okay, so like let's just say you're being aggressive or whatever. I'll put that in air quotes.
Yeah,
Aggressive.
We call
as-
you forward, or
Forward, sure.
Forward thinking,
Forward.
you know.
If you as a woman don't want that attention, be honest about that and
Yes,
don't be like,
yes,
"Mhm,
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
no,
Yeah.
I'm good right now. Thanks. Appreciate
'Cause-
that you want to fuck my brains out, but maybe some other time that isn't.
Honestly,
Anytime now.
I want to give you the benefit of the doubt, and I know you're a girl and you're saying this, but like guys don't give a fuck. They're like, okay, so what are you doing tomorrow?
he's back on your
like,
side.
Like tomorrow, do you have time tomorrow though? You know what I'm saying? I know you don't want to fuck today, but like tomorrow you might not want to. Like you know,
Okay, so
there's
let me
like,
ask you, as a man, then,
Yeah.
what would it take for a woman to say that for you to believe them?
what do you mean? Like say that?
If I said that to you,
Say
if
what
you're like,
precisely?
yo, I want to fuck your brains out,
Yeah.
And what's your
Alright.
response?
and my response is, I need some space right now. I'm not really down, but like I like hanging out and being friends, but I'm not really down to.
I'm
fuck
trying
you
again
right
tomorrow.
Now. I'm just not. Down.
I'm trying again tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Me, I go. Well, I
It
don't want
wasn't a no.
I
It
mean,
said later.
yeah, I guess if they actually say later type of thing.
That she
That's
said
what-
later.
yeah.
She said
Okay,
long
take-
form later.
Then take later out of it.
She literally said long form later. She put
Take-
mad words to say later.
I don't want to fuck.
Hey, I'm not
I
trying
just
to. I'm
wanna
not
be
trying
your
to just
friend.
be your friend. I'm trying to get some pussy. So then I guess let's just not hang out. If you just change your mind, I'm here.
Cool.
See, mine is not that tough. Mine is I'm definitely attracted to you. But I am interested in who you are as a person. Don't like if you throw sex my way, I'm very much inclined to take it.
Yeah.
But honestly, we can hang.
I'm gonna fuck and we're gonna hang.
You see, that's yours right there.
But see,
Wow, he's on your side, bro.
But that's the thing. See, it's like we have.
She was honest about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like at that point I gotta respect the girl for being as forward
But with
as
all,
possible.
but with all you got to do to get pussy, it's like once you fuck a chick, then you after you fuck her, that's when you can really go, okay, is there something here? Do I want to hang out with a chick? Like really, it's hard. We guys,
Okay, let me
it's
back
like
it up.
it's like
Okay,
the
all
jerk
right.
off thing, right?
Okay,
Like,
but like
Yeah,
okay
that's
for
what makes
her,
that one.
I feel like for her to even like get to the point to even be able to say that to me, I have already established like we're having these like it's if she messages me out of the blue like I don't know her and she's telling me these things, there would be a different response. But if it's like we've already talked and it's been like okay, I like she's built up to this point where she says I want to do this and then we hang.
See,
then that's where my response
with
is
women,
like that.
it's often the assumption that you already want to fuck them.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They
Well, what
know
do
we
you guys
want to
think?
fuck them.
Well, why do you guys think that is?
Because
On a
it's
nature-
often the
because on a-
case.
on
It's
a-
often the fucking
Because
case.
on a
Personal
nature level,
experience?
But like,
because
but like,
testosterone and cum in our balls.
Yeah.
just knowing that, how truthful was that? I'd be questioning it the whole time.
Yeah.
Did she like genuinely feel this out, or did she just always think I wanted to fuck?
But also, I think women in general would appreciate more a guy coming up and being like, "Look, let's just be honest. Like, I want to fuck you. I don't know if I want to hang out with you. I don't know, but I know I want to fuck you. Now, after I fuck you, we can then I can see if there's something else there. But like, that's where I'm coming from. I'm not gonna come in and be like, yeah, I want to date you, blah blah blah. Versus the guy that's like, yeah, let's be friends and blah 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 blah, and then take it slow. But then because it's really ultimately the same path we're taking. Just one is just brutal and honest. The other one is just like. You're taking like the scenic route.
I mean, do you guys ever want to get married or no? Like, you just want to fuck for the rest of your life?
See, mine is I want a Bonnie and Clyde type of situation. I want a girl that if I want to go smash, she's like, okay, baby, come home, or we go smash together, or like, I want someone that's like, yo, I'm for your lifestyle, and I was willing to wait for it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So like, I've done some math before, just kind of this. I don't know. I like
really 2 + 2?
Like no, something a little bit more like.
I'm gonna let you take the lead because math is not my strong.
Like some statistical math here, and it's like if you had sex, let's say like 3 times a week, every week for like the rest of your life, right? And
same person or
just what doesn't matter, just in general. Like I did some percentages, and it came out to around like 7 or 10% of your life.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like guys, you're so driven and so headstrong and like you want to fuck. And even if you're successful 3 times a week, which most guys really aren't, you know what I'm saying? I'm being really generous with the number. Most guys are not going to have.
You really are.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's 10%. Having sex 3 times a week.
Roster
so it's like, you're spending a lot of time of your life worrying about this whole thing, and it's like it's only 10% of your life.
But you're also making it sound like it's a lot of work.
Huh?
No, you sound like it's a lot of work.
He does make a good point, but
there's 90% of your other life that you're going to be doing. You're going to be eating. You're going to be doing watching.
You just did math. Let me do a little bit of biology for you. Okay.
All right.
So like on a daily basis, do you know how much semen a man makes?
Well, like 2 million sperms or whatever, something like that.
Way more than that's billions. It's on a billion. It's on a billion. It's on a billion.
Okay.
So
it's a
like
constant.
You could literally shoot every day and like. Inseminate a
woman. Do balls explode if we don't shoot the semen?
No, but there is such thing as blue balls, which is pain caused from not ejaculating.
But that's from like
and
almost like getting hard.
And I think you can get something.
That's from getting aroused, and it's far more. It's far easier to get aroused when you have not released. So you're literally playing yourself into a catch-22. You haven't released, but now your balls are mad that they haven't released, and literally cause you physical pain. Yeah. So you think the mind, knowing the body goes through this, is not wired to give you a release?
Yeah. That's why
it is. So
it's our own ways of releasing. Yeah,
we do have our own ways of releasing, and for everybody. Just jerking it ain't cool. Like jerking it all the time, just think like they want. Sometimes they want.
Why jerk it when I can get some more pussy?
You know what I'm saying? And like there's that, and then there's other psyches that play into that as well. So like there's the whole domination aspect of it. You know what I mean? So that plays into like people have sex and they literally feel better instantly. They do better instantly afterward. They're rewired instantly. So, that 10% of your life is spent making the rest of your life better. Why is that something that you should just leave by the wayside?
And I suppose you could do that with so many things that are like 10% of
like
your
video
life.
games. It's like I thought, video games is such a waste, but at the same time, it's like if it's entertaining you and making you feel good, it's like.
But you play way more. But you got to think about this. You spend like 6 hours playing video games. Yeah. It's actual sex intercourse time. We're talking like maybe like an hour a day.
And it makes the rest of the day better.
And then they leave.
And the rest of the day is better.
It could, it could. But I just see it as more of like a time thing where it's like, I'm not saying I'm not a sexual person. I don't enjoy sex. And it's like I don't. But it's just like, I don't like chase. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to it like that,
If I don't have a regular release, a lot of my thought process becomes about my next release.
Okay.
So literally it bogs down mental function for me.
Well, then, that's what it's like. Try to get in a relationship where, you have a female who's comfortable with you being sexual with her.
And I literally waited, you wait until you're in that situation, or at least a situation that someone understands. If they can't do that, they prepare a situation that is okay for you to, succeed.
Yeah, you tell them up front. And that's the thing, because I'm with you, the guys that don't get to where we're at yet, they do put a lot of energy into chasing pussy and stuff like that. And I think once you get this point, it is kind of like you don't try. Like I've told this famous story the night of the fucking crazy fucked up orgy thing, but I got out of the Uber. I took 3 steps towards this club, turned around and leaned up and lit a joint, and then a chick came up and started talking to me, and in my head I just started giggling. I was like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, it's not it just becomes easy when you're not trying to get pussy, and that's it's exactly what you're talking about.
But 100% of that is being honest with yourself. Because
Exactly.
if you're not honest with yourself, you're not going in with the right
And,
vibe.
and it's a quick
girls,
conversation about what, like, hey, this is what I'm about. Like, even on Tinder and stuff, I'd be like, hey, what's up? And then, like, 3 lines in, I'm like, so what are you looking for? Like, I want to know. Because I'm not going to invest a bunch of time if you're looking for some goofy shit I'm not trying to look for.
Well, it depends. Like, for
Why
me, it
waste
depends.
your time?
If I'm literally in a sex-minded mood, I'm pretty upfront with that. Like, I'm looking for sex right now. Like, I have one process driving the mind right now. Like, past that, we can hold conversation. I'm always cool for that. But, like, I don't see a reason to lie to you.
Yeah.
I don't.
I'm not going to be giving you a lot of my time in conversation. Like, if you're cool and stuff, we can chat and stuff. But, like, I still have this to fill this bigger priority, which is to nut. So,
for me,
like,
right now, my mental focus is focused on this.
Yeah.
I will talk to you right
Get back
after.
to me after I nut.
Yes.
Like,
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you guys are kind of explaining why I don't really spend my time around a lot of guys. You know, because like,
No, that
yeah,
makes
you
a lot of
guys,
sense.
and I'm not, and I'm that friend where people are like, yo, AV, where all the girls at, bro? Like, you gotta know where all the girls at, bro. And I'm like, dude, I don't know where they're at. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, but you got a girlfriend and blah blah. And it's like, I know, but it's just like, I don't know. I never looked at it like that. I'm always kind of like invested in like doing things, you know, and I feel like that's always helped me as well, because like when you're driven and you're focused and you're trying to do something in your life,
that's what they're into.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
you know?
part of your social intelligence.
The
you
drive
know what I
can't
mean?
like. And that's the thing, like, guys spend all of this time in their early life trying to get girls, and it's like you have to get to this point where you're almost like broken. You're like, I don't give a fuck anymore, and you focus on like your career, getting money and shit, and then it just starts happening, and you're like, oh, I'm not doing anything.
Like,
it's just,
we live our lives. Like, this guy produces. You heard of all the podcasts? All the podcasts he's producing.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? If he spends all his time chasing pussy, he's not doing that shit.
I don't
But no,
got time to chase
He
it.
does have requirements that do make his life simplistic, like stress free enough for him to, you know, put all that energy in those other avenues. Me, I'm a fucking I'm a stand-up comic. I'm an engineer. I'm a realtor. I fucking work a day job, you know, outside of engineering right now. I do podcasting and all this shit. Like, no, we're all driven people, but it's like, do you know what makes you tick? You understand? And like, for some of us, yeah, I'm sorry to say, like, it's a big part of mine. If I take care of that one issue and I take care of it quick and early, I literally can focus on everything else, and all my time is spent on everything else. But if I can't take care of that, that becomes the focus, and then I lose all that time that you have and all that.
Right.
So I do understand.
Like, there's like
that
a lot
about
of
myself.
sexual tension going on. Like,
Yeah.
So okay, I don't know if I'm just gonna play a little psychological
Go
game.
ahead.
Be like, how many people have you been with? Like, is it a big number or is it a small number?
I
that
like
you've
buddies.
You
I
like
like buddies.
But
So,
like,
like-
no, but
Everybody
like,
at this table has a different
yeah.
answer.
So like mine is about like 10.
Okay. All right. Now,
Because
do you
I
feel
like buddies.
Okay, so do you feel more fulfilled when the number keeps going up, like you just keep adding to the list, or do you feel
That doesn't give
or do
me
you-
the fulfillment, no.
Okay, the fulfillment is in you having the people available to you. Like, I could hit this person up whenever I want to, and they could come to me. Like, you could call the deer over when you want to.
Like,
you know?
I'm a little bit like I'm of African descent. I'm first generation Nigerian American.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
so
I'm
like,
not familiar with the culture, but okay.
So
I'm
like
Dominican,
it's from a culture of multiple marriage. So my parents were the
Okay.
first in their lineage to be monogamous.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So like I literally come from a place where, and you can't convince me that it hasn't been wired into the blood at that point.
I mean,
Generations
that's
of
how you grew up. You know,
what
everybody
I'm
grew up
saying?
seeing
It's in
different
human-
things,
it's human
experience
nature,
different
man.
things.
for me having
animals do it too. It's just nature.
I mean, I would. We all grew up on different continents and start our own ways for a reason.
Yeah.
But like to that point, it's not foreign for me to give attention to multiple women. I always am because I
Okay.
have female friends. Even if I'm not fucking them, the attention's always split between women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So regardless, you're juggling more than one wife, in so to speak, because women take care of you.
Well, and at the very least, it's to keep your skills sharp because you got to talk to women. To be
Well,
able,
this,
you know, if you stop
I
talking
grew
to
up with them.
women.
I just enjoy their attention. That's
Yeah.
never going anywhere for me.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
genuinely
so the
enjoy their
fulfillment is in
attention.
the amount of women you can juggle at once. Then I'm trying.
No.
to get
It's
to the
not a
root
number
of
for me.
it.
I just need I'm just looking for sexual fulfillment. Yes, every once in a while I may want something new, but like that's just for that one off. You know what I'm saying? But like no, pretty much I want a bonding class situation. I can be cool with one or like me with one girl, me with two girls, me with three girls. But like I wouldn't really want to. It's not a number thing for me. That's kind of where I cut it because your attention, you're not giving them any quality. You understand what I'm saying? You're not giving them the attention. So like. I'd be in a situation where, let's say, there's a girl that is like she's a very career-driven woman, so she's about her career and she doesn't really have a lot of home time life. So I can fulfill those needs. And then another one has a lot of home time life, but she goes out with her friends every once in a while. Opposites a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I can give them both quality without them bashing heads. They're not exactly the same exact person, but I'm not trying to fit a square into a circle or anything like that. I'm literally just being like, yo. this is the way I am. I understand which ways I can work. And I'm going through life being like, yo, what is the best option for us? Because I do want to be in a Bonnie and Clyde situation. So I am preparing for the us to move forward. You know what I'm saying? So what situation? So like, let's say there's a time where like we can't have sex as often, right? But you know, like I literally, it really messes with me mentally. We have scenarios of how we deal with that. We can bring another woman in. That's never been a no in our relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We've talked about
you
that.
Set up from the jump.
From the jump. So these are all. What are you okay with? What are your boundaries? Where like you know what I'm saying? And these are where mine lie. As long as my needs are fit, I really don't like. It's not a number thing for me. I don't really care about. No, if this person is fucking me right, yeah, that's it. No. That's it. The other like I understand there's a life and there's a balance. You have to be happy and you have to be working towards something at any given moment. So having a girl that is very much a life partner is more important than having a girl that's a sexual partner. But I do acknowledge that I do need that sexual partner as well.
So I feel like a lot of girls feel like that life partner is also that sexual partner. And when you look for sex in other places, they don't feel like you're as much of a emotional partner. You're just looking for like sexual fulfillment in other places.
No, I agree with that.
I believe they have to compromise more. Then you can't be telling me no all the time.
Well, because
I can't be having stories of guys going months or years without sex.
We want different things ultimately.
Yeah,
like
okay,
women want like one dick, really, maybe two, but like they really want one. Guys, like inherently on a nature level, we just want frivolous pussy. We want to spread our fucking seed around. It's just programmed on us, like on an animalistic level.
True.
Yeah, biological diversity. You know what I'm saying? There's a word for that. Like that's why men always think in that way. And then you got to think about how women. It's like they feel like security when a man just wants them.
Yes.
So it's like you want what your version of security is, which is the pussy all the time, right? But you can't give them what their version of security is, which is just monogamy.
That's always my point. Because anytime I bring this up to women, they're like, okay, so why can't you gave into a commitment? Why can't you abide by the commitment? So I committed to being with you the rest of my life. I did not commit to not having sex with you for the rest of my life. Because why is the fact that they're in a relationship instantly give them control over all the sex that's had in the relationship? I can be committed to you, but maybe you're having sex 1 or 2 more times than you want to a week. You know what I'm saying? To keep this commitment strong, because we both have to compromise. It's not just about when you want to do it.
Right.
You know, because then it literally, you enter a relationship with a woman and it turns into whenever they want to fuck. Now your dick is their dildo. And you don't get to fuck when you want. So what I'm asking for is that, no, if we're coming into this and we're saying it's a commitment, commit to me too. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Commit to my sexual desire as well. If I'm going to say that you're going to be the only one,
let's back
up.
You want a girl to commit to your sexual desire too, but are you committed to her sexual needs in bed too? You know what I'm saying? So, cause like,
if I'm saying that I'm going to do that, yes, then yes.
But like,
if I don't want you to go outside this shit, then I better be even if eating your pussy all day ain't my game, if that's what you want, and I don't want you going outside this relationship, I better go half the day at least.
But like, just because you go half the day doesn't mean that's what she wants.
It's not, but I compromised. I did way more than was okay for that I was comfortable with to make you at least part of the way comfortable. I tried to compromise for the sake of the relationship, and that's what I'm asking for on the guy side too. Maybe she's having sex 1 or 2 more times a week than she wants to.
Also, it's not always about what they want. Sometimes it's what they need.
What they need.
No, but you understand what I'm saying.
In a very weird way, I agree with you in a way, because sometimes women do need the release that you're talking about in a way, but it's a very kind of different aspect than what you're saying. It's not like, I got to give her this because she's being a bitch today. So which is I know how you're probably going to take
I agree with that. I agree with that.
So
That's the conversations that happens in this house.
No, it's true. Like if sometimes they wake up in the morning, their energy is just wrong. It's like, I know what's going to fix this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just fuck them real quick. You know what I'm saying? Not forcefully, they want it. They say yes the whole time.
But that's the thing, I mean, so much of their stuff is based on their emotions, so it's constantly changing. So it's you can't really, like, I mean, it's like, do we have something that's going to be a like second by second update on how they're feeling? Because then I'll know how they actually feel about something.
So it can be that. So, but like if you're asking for the commitment, then commitment means compromise. We're compromising on both sides, not just one person wins this. Ever.
But why even compromise if there's someone out there that'll do what you're looking for?
See,
here's
that too.
How much money are you spending in like 3 dates?
3 dates? It's probably like a dinner and drinks, probably. Something that maybe a movie, some shit like that.
150 3 days.
150 for 3 days?
I ain't taking them on like nice steak dinners and shit.
I'm pretty sure, like, if you could probably find somebody to solicit you, you know, for at least $100. For at least $100, you'd save yourself $50, bro, and 2 days.
See, and that's what the
because you want the in and out. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be emotionally attached to what it is. Maybe I'm just looking on the outside in because you don't want that emotional attachment. You don't want that,
or at least it sounds like he doesn't. Right?
At least it sounds like he does. You know, he could be masking a higher, deeper pain that he has in his heart. That he's just
Why is it a pain thing?
I mean, I feel like a lot of times when people don't want to feel close with somebody, it's because they're afraid to be close to somebody.
No, it's only about 10%. You only got to save about 10%.
Speak to him.
No, because it's like my thing is like it's the only bit that you protect yourself is like the 10% that you save in case they fuck you over. Like, that's why
honestly, I thought it would be a woman to come at you the hardest, but honestly, he has done the best. He has done the best defending monogamy and women. Like, bro, we've been waiting for someone to come at him. Like,
I'm not really coming at him. I'm just really
but you're being truthful.
We're exchanging ideas.
You're literally at the polar opposite of the spectrum and doing a very good job of pushing your disagreement. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people would voice it, and then it's like, all right, where are your points? Where are your perspectives?
His point is there's a lot of female Boston comics that talk a lot of shit about me, and then they come on this podcast, and then I confront them with the ideas, and where they should like clap back how you are, and like not even like clap back, but just like be able to like, oh, like let's have a discussion about it. They're just kind of like, oh, well, yeah, and they just like,
okay,
they have nothing.
I'll tell you why that is. You know how we were talking about females always being sexualized, and also stuff. Back to that point, females are conditioned to just always back down. So it's like when you're like, oh, blah, 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 they kind of psychologically just kind of like back down and shrivel up and like don't really say anything because that's what like you're saying that you want a girl to do. You don't want her to
and that's why they
can't
want
her to talk about us, I mean, I feel like it's about giving people the space to lead as well, too.
True,
like
but I mean,
women are much more calculated than men. So
but they don't have the ability to lead on nature
level. My thing is this: if we are all leaders in the room, don't expect someone to step out of the way for you to lead.
Right.
So like if you are saying these points of view, I expect you to step up. Say the point of views like the rest of us are. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, I'm a woman, I'm backing down. That doesn't work anymore. You said you're a leader. Step up like leaders. Like, I don't believe that there should be a separation between male and female basketball. If you're a great basketball player, you should play.
Right.
Period. I don't give a fuck what your level is. That's how I feel. That's not the way the world feels. Yeah. But like, let's play. I'm sorry that's like more men may make it than women, but no, I fucking respect the women that made it, and they deserve to fucking play. They're the best players in general.
I mean, let's talk about women's soccer.
They whoop the men.
Yeah, they're better. Okay, they're not. I don't say better or whatever. I don't really watch soccer, but I know for a fact that the women's soccer gets more views and a lot more.
They're
attention.
better.
That's only because their team is better in the women's division.
Yeah, so nearly as much.
But are they better
don't get
than
paid
the
as much
men's
as the men.
team?
They've scrimmaged the men's team. They beat them every time.
Yeah.
Well, it's also a shit team. I mean,
it does, bro. What levels are you gonna keep dropping to?
Soccer's like the number one sport in the world.
Yes, bro.
I know, in the American
which means
team,
it has the highest talent level in the world because everybody's playing it.
Do you know how many programs women's soccer players in the
Hold on. I guess I want to say something real quick.
Yeah, your mentality is why they get paid less. Because you're like, oh, they just must be like way less.
They should do equal the amount of work.
See, like,
okay, wait. Who in this room plays 2K? Anyone?
I
play NBA 2K. They've just recently implemented they now have the WNBA as a playable option in the new 2K.
That's kind of cool.
How many people do you think are actually playing that mode?
I don't know.
I want the stats.
What if you had like a nasty female player and just got dunked on by a female? You're like, oh damn, bro.
That wouldn't happen though.
You want to know something crazy? If they did not separate the leagues, women would actually have higher pay. They'd be the better female players would be higher paid. Because they'd be a lot better than some of these chumps running around the NBA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they'd be a lot higher paid, but there wouldn't be as many playing.
Maybe. I mean, it's just like, it's all too, like, you got to think about sports in general. I feel like they cater more to men just because they're physical things. And I'm not saying that females aren't physical, and there isn't physical females, but it's like, there isn't, like, female-oriented sports. True. All sports are oriented around men's physical attributes, being strong, being able to jump high, being able to lift things. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but
because women on a nature level didn't need to be physical and all that.
Well, their body's not built for that. Exactly. It's built for nurture. Their body's made to create human life. It's not built for strength. It's literally like our bodies are built of different densities.
Would you rather watch a WNBA game or watch fucking like Kobe Bryant like fucking just dunk and slam?
It depends on what you're
watching
for. Women, when it comes to minutia and details, far better. So if you're
That's
learning,
why
if you're watching
fundamentals
to
are great
learn,
on
if you're watching to
WNBA, sure.
learn basketball, you watch women. If you're trying to do all that extravagant shit, you watch.
I'm saying
men.
though, you got 2 hours you want to watch a game. WNBA game or fucking
It depends
NBA
on the person
game.
you are. If you're a fucking student of the game, you may spend a
But
lot of time
but
on
I'm saying
a WNBA
more
game.
often than not. Like I'd say that more people probably
It's
want
a
to
little
watch
bit more
the
exciting to be able to see someone jump 6 feet into the air.
That's what I'm saying.
But like,
and that's why they get paid more.
No, that's exactly why they get paid more. But it's not because they're all around better players. No.
Because they're entertainers.
Boom.
It's literally it.
Exactly.
And it's
That's
easier
why
for
they
them
get
to be
paid
because
more
of their
though.
bodies.
So then, but then that's a case of like women then have to step up and be better, and then join into the NBA and play if they want to get paid that same
I
money.
think their strengths are different. Their strengths are different.
Exactly.
Like I was saying, like it's catered towards men being typically 6 feet high. If the rims were shorter, more towards
That'd be worse.
What the, but I'm saying you got to think about that. The game is catered toward what men are generally high at.
So we
6
should
feet.
change the game to be special for women.
What you're saying is you either women have to get taller. Then what you're saying, like, well, women, you better get stronger and
Well,
taller.
no,
But you're saying make it
Stop,
different
stop,
for
stop,
women.
stop,
So
stop.
then how can that be?
I'm saying
the way the dynamics are built, if we did build it to women's specifications,
yes, exactly.
It'd be awful. Because think about it, guys already palm guys' balls, which are bigger. So that means they'll take 2 fingers, throw that shit through the rim like this, like a Trisket.
So, but why would you? I feel like why would you compare yourself to like a lower? You know what I'm saying? Like women are smaller built, smaller stature, smaller.
So then, do you think that way about smaller men?
What do you mean?
Do you think that way about smaller men?
No,
then?
but it's the same thing like
Smaller
in wrestling,
stature,
where
smaller
you have
this,
different
smaller-
classes.
Maybe, I don't know.
You have
I'm
different
a pretty
weight
tall dude.
classes for that reason. A smaller wrestler or something is gonna be playing a smaller wrestler.
Yes.
That's
Right, yeah,
in their weight class.
exactly.
That's what
Yes.
it is.
That's kinda
I
what
just
I'm
made
saying.
a wrestling fun. Shout out to O
But
and Tab
but
and
that's
Aladdin
because-
in my head.
That's because
that's adorable. You
that's
said
because
play.
mass.
One guy's gonna play another wrestler.
That's because body mass gives different KO power, gives different speed, gives different attributes,
Yeah.
right? Attributes that make men a little bit better towards sports.
Right. Well, so isn't that the same in like women's then? Like since they don't have the same hit power, the same speed, the same thing, why would all the other things still be at the same level?
No, their tactics are way better. But still, their tactics it have to include, like if you wanted to put women up against men, they would run circles around us until it came time to score. Yeah. Then it would become particularly fucking hard because you still have to jump over a guy that's probably 6 foot, jumping 6 foot into the fucking air.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at that point, they lose the game. But like they played an excellent game. They probably ran circles around us, but they still losing points.
I feel like if you put women against a team of guys that were all the same height, maybe that would
They'd
be
probably have a much, but like
That's
think
why
about
it's
this.
the same
Think about
weight
this.
class.
The body masses are still different, so the
Exactly.
guys still probably jump a little bit higher, making for a disadvantage.
But that's why you have ranges in weight classes.
Exactly. So then, still, you said that then the range and weight class would be separating the genders. That's a range and weight class.
Yeah, unless you had smaller men with taller females.
I would love to see that. That shit would be hilarious. I would pay to see that
That'd be
shit.
pretty interesting.
I would pay to see a woman try and guard Shaq, just backing her down to the hole.
No, but that's the point.
Yeah, but
that's
what
the
if
point.
she's like as big as Shaq?
Bro, that
I would love to see that, but doesn't exist.
If that exists,
More people would watch the WNBA if there was a female.
I don't know. Wait, has
there
anyone
would
seen
be
any
no
Beanstalks
WNBA.
recently?
There was a female Shaq.
No, we'd be like, no, to get her. We'd bring her on up.
So
We
it's
wouldn't
not Shaq,
let her.
this is Shanique.
Shanique would be a waste in the WNBA. She's coming right up.
Yeah.
Send her,
Way
to,
better from
send
the
her to
free
my
throw.
team. The Knicks need a lot of help. We suck.
Bro, you saying?
We'll take anyone, please.
Fucking hell. Dude, I'm impressed, though. I'm impressed. You're not the quintessential rapper, man.
Nah, I guess I'm not.
Not
I
the
love
quintessential
it.
rapper.
It makes me happy. I love when we have guests like this.
He's a lot deeper than I was expecting. He said I like you, and I
Yeah,
do,
you can
man.
have an actual conversation.
I know.
We vibing.
That's great.
We vibing, right?
Yeah.
He's
That's
not.
what we vibing.
He's not a fucking yes man either. That shit, like he's like,
Yeah.
nah, man, you ain't right. I
And,
like
and,
that.
and
I
you
like
know
that.
what?
hate
Even
when
importantly,
yes men
too, he's
come
not
on
a
the
no
show.
man either.
He's not. He's like
an
nah, I see
open-minded
that.
person.
Oh,
I see
super,
that. I
super.
see that. Yeah, but like we're just speaking. Like if sex plays that high of a role in your life, you might as well be honest with
Yeah.
it because it's going to play that high of a role in your life.
And that's the thing. Everyone's route like works. You know what I mean? It's ultimately like what works. Ultimately what we're preaching is just making sure that people aren't sacrificing their happiness or taking an absurdly long route to get to their. You know what I mean? Like ultimately, it's just happiness. We want people to be happy. There's so many people that sacrifice their happiness because they're not really honest. about
True,
what
but
they
I
want.
would say the extra point to me and his is that you don't have to sacrifice her happiness either.
Yeah.
Yeah, but her
Yeah,
happiness
but like
is
she's
really
not
a
gonna
lot more
sign up for it if
complicated.
she's not down for that kind of mentality.
No, exactly,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly. Not fair.
Exactly. And then I'm not trying to fuck with a bitch like that either. Anyway. I mean, I'll fuck her, but that's.
One night. You get a one night.
We also generalize a ton on this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like we need to tell our guests
No,
that
I
are
mean-
new
Yeah.
a little bit
Well,
more.
we have to generalize. There's millions of people. I mean, you
Yeah.
take a survey. You can't survey every person in the world.
course.
You can't take a sampling size.
Of course.
I mean,
Beautiful.
it's been a quite interesting conversation, man. I mean, we definitely got to get you back on.
I mean,
Thank you
hey,
for coming out
we'll
here.
talk a little bit more about music next
Oh,
time,
yeah.
less about sex.
Absolutely. I know.
No, definitely.
Relationship podcast.
I
we
mean,
get
this
a little
one
away from ourselves.
with this one, we definitely covered the relationship like we usually do on the Kingz Podcast. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I think you've been the person that has best gone over the points have expressed your points the best of all our.
Very articulate.
Thank you.
It's
Have
nice
articulated
talking
the
to
best.
another intellectual. For a
But
change.
honestly, to his point, you guys got a few more minutes?
Yeah, you want to talk a little about music? Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, do it. Talk.
So, when did you start?
I started making music. I had a friend of mine named Albert, and he showed me like an instrumental one time. And at that point, I had never heard an instrumental, and I was like, "Yo, what is this?"
How old are
and
you?
this was I don't remember how old that was, but I remember what beat it was. It was like to Mercy. That little like Mercy, like Lamborghini Mercy. So like he played that instrumental.
Really?
And, like,
you hadn't heard about instrumentals till then?
Yeah, exactly. But like I skateboarded a lot too, and I still skate to this day. So it's like that's a really big part of my life. So it's like I wasn't looking for like instrumentals or anything. Like I would just listen to music to skate to, and like even then I would listen to a lot of like bands and other stuff too. So I feel like at that point, I didn't I didn't even know what an instrumental was, and he played it for me, and I'm like, yo, where are the words? And he's like, what do you mean, where are the words? I'm like, and he's like, no, this is an instrumental. I'm like, an instrumental, what do you mean? And he's like, no, there's like no words to it. I'm like, what? And like, I was just like, so like mind blown, and like from there, like we started hanging out more, and like I would see him, and he would always be rapping. He had like his notebook, and he'd be like spitting, and he'd be like telling me bars that he would be doing, and like, I don't know, I guess that was like my first actual vision of like, you could like put a beat on and write something, you know? And then from there, it kind of got me interested in what it was. And from there, I had another friend of mine, his name was Mikey Abreu, and like he actually had his music on like actual platforms. Like he was selling CDs, he had it on Apple Music, and I was like, that was my second like, I guess, awakening of like what music was, because I saw him and he was an actual artist, and he like.
How long
like,
ago
had
would you say
things.
this was?
Well, I was in Job Corps in 2014.
Okay.
So I would say like 2013 around there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then after I saw all this stuff with Mikey, and like I was like, okay, I want to do this. I want to rap. Like I could rap. I could do this. And like from there, I would kind of just like freestyle a lot and like just hang out with my friends. And that like turned into me going into Job Corps, which is where I met my friend over here, Leandro, and Glenn as well. Like which is where we all met there. And I met another kid named Jordan, who's like a really good friend of mine too, and like he's my jeweler. You know, he gets me on my things and stuff like that. So I gotta
Who
shout
connected
him out.
us?
Yeah, exactly. So
word.
I gotta shout out to him. And he had my first. He had the first mic I ever used, which was like a USB mic. You know, nothing crazy, but just like that was the first time I ever put a mic into a laptop and like recorded my voice for real. I was just using like a Apple headphones mic with all the other stuff that I was doing. Yeah, so it was super primitive.
Somewhere.
Yeah, and it was, we connected through that, you know what I'm saying? He made music, I'd make music, and like we just like ended up hanging out a lot and talking, and we would spit. And he had this blue Corolla that we would just drive around all the time and smoke all the time. And I made this CD called the Instrumental Bible. And, and I would run through that like CD like over and over and over and over again. He had like Leandro has videos of like me spitting for like 5-6 hours straight, because like I would just the whole CD would play and it's just straight instrumentals, and I would just rap and nonstop rapping and just freestyle for like hours and hours and hours and hours, like literally about everything, what's around us, what I see in front of me. Like we would smoke and we just roll, and it was just kind of like a really good time for me, I guess I would say, because that made me like fall in love with music and what it is to like create a vibe when it comes to.
Bro, I'm just watching you right now. You're far more expressive than you've been in this entire fucking
This
episode.
is what he came to talk about.
Yo,
Okay?
You can
That's
see that.
why he's here.
This is pure love right here, man. Like I haven't seen him do this the entire time. I'm like, this guy fucks his music. That's why this guy like.
Yes.
Nah, continue, dog.
Yeah. But that was where I really fell in love with actually making music and creating moments with people, because I feel like
when it comes to music, that's when you can really create a moment with somebody, you know, whether it's a song that you both share, whether it's a song you both hear for the first time, a song that you make that you're sharing with somebody, you both kind of feel something when it comes to that. And it's like something you both don't even really have to say anything. You just kind of listen to the beat and you hear the music, and it's just like, oh.
I agree with you that aspect. See, the one thing that I found a similarity to that is that through comedy, and I'm going to take it back real quick, through sex, that I find that I like those two more because I'm giving joy to another person.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a group of people or I'm focused on one person in that moment, it's literally me focused on trying to make another person feel or alleviate their stress in the moment, or alleviate, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Connecting with them. And like, I see exactly what you're saying,
Well,
man.
also it sounds like being just relatable too. Like, I know, for instance, in comedy, like the more relatable you are, it seems like the better of a comic you are.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that way with music too. Like, the more you can kind of like relate, like create a vibe, like how other people might, you know, listen to that music too.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
all about like reading that person.
so where do you think you developed your vibe or your style from? Where do you think that came from? Was it more so the music you were listening to? Because we played your clip of yours at the beginning here, and I would say your vibe is a lot more of mine, because I like kind of, well, I would call yours like nighttime driving music for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, I got a blunt, I'm smoking, and like, I envision these type of things. Like, I one day would love to do movies and shit like that, but like, I'm just literally going down like Stereo Drive or some shit with the lights just whizzing by me. I'm just smoking a blunt. Doesn't really need to be anybody else with me. I wish you could have some cognac at that moment, but you can't. Well, you can, but the police will pull you over. Might be swerving.
Roll the dice.
But like that's like, you completely built that image in my head for me, and like that's kind of like, off that track, that's kind of the rapper I see, and kind of off your energy, that's kind of how I feel your music comes off. Would you say that's kind of accurate?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I have a lot of different types of music. I would say it evolved from like me freestyling a lot and just going bar for bar for bar for bar, and like I said, freestyling for hours, and then like I kind of pulled back and I wanted to express something. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just like rifling off all of these concepts and ideas that I have in my head, I kind of just started thinking, what do I want to say? Like, what emotion am I trying to pull out of the people that are listening to my music? And
what would your musical inspirations in that facet be?
Relationships and like love and like females, because that's something that's like really close to me too. I feel like no matter what I do, I'll try to make a turn up song, and it's like it just turns around and being about a female and something. It's just like, damn it gets me every time, you know. And it's like I almost have to force myself to like not make those songs, and it's and not a really,
man.
yeah, I guess I'm kind of a soft guy, so you could say that, but it's
hey, someone's gotta be.
Yo, and it's I don't know, it's the easiest thing that comes out of my head, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't like the whole like aspect of being too forward with things, because like I said, I never felt like I got anywhere with that. So I've always felt like the more like soft, the more easier I am with things, the more like open I am with things, the more things just people feel things more. Yeah. You know?
I mean, he's the Cookie Monster, you're Count Blackula, you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna seduce them, you know?
Well, and that's the thing, it's like my approach wouldn't work for Karizmatik, and Karizmatik's approach wouldn't work for me at all.
I'm a charming motherfucker. Yeah. I can be abrasive if you don't know how to feel about me, but even like, I come off that way because I don't want certain types of people around me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if
like
you're
protecting your energy.
Yeah, because on the inside, I care too much. So like, I don't want you, I don't like fake people. And fake people are rubbed off by that type of abrasiveness. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he has these harsh words, but what is he saying behind the words? Some people actually listen. Other people are just, oh, I'm looking to be offended. I don't need you in my life. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's how I've found that my word plays into that, because I've found that like, the sweetest of people are still drawn to me, even though like I'm always talking about, yo, you see that fat ass right there, yo, like, you know what I'm saying?
But that's because of your honesty, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They're sweet, and they see that you're like so unafraid to be unapologetically honest, that they're like, okay, maybe I could actually talk to this person. Like they're gonna tell it to me how it is, you know. And like a lot of times, sweet people, they're, you know, afraid to really say something.
They're
because,
hiding something.
You know,
actually, that brings me to a question. Like, what is something that you want people who listen to your music to kind of like know about you? Like, what's the message that you're kind of trying to like portray or like send out there into the world? It doesn't necessarily have to be. You could, even if it's like a song or like maybe a couple songs or whatever.
I guess I don't really think about too much as like what I want people to know. I just
when I make my music, I want people to just feel whatever it is they feel, because I'm like, I know everybody's gonna listen to the song and feel something differently.
That's very Drake
like
of
I
you.
guess, you know. So it's just like, feel whatever it is that you want to feel. Let the song be about whatever you want it to be. You know, I don't want to confine the song into whatever my own artistic mentality was putting it into be. I want you to feel the song and be like, oh, this reminded me of when I was a kid, and like I would ice skate, and you know what I'm saying? Somebody else reminded me of when I would camp outside and I would hear the crackling of the fire or whatever. So I feel like let yourself be open, I guess, if I would say anything. Like, listen to it and let yourself go wherever the music lets you take you, because that's what I do for music myself. I listen and I kind of let the music, wherever the artist is going with the song, I let it kind of take me where it is. So
that kind of that really depends. If you're listening to like a Neo, he's gonna tell you a little story, so you're gonna kind of follow. You may include your own imagery, but you're gonna follow. You know what I'm saying? Even like with like an Usher, you're gonna follow the story. But there are other people out there that like, who leaves me with the feeling?
J. Cole leaves me with a feeling.
Yeah, J. Cole leaves you with a
hear,
feeling.
right?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he leaves you with a feeling, but
And every time.
no.
Honestly, I forgot about him every single time.
Him, who's my favorite right now on the West Coast as well? I'm terrible with fucking names. Fuck.
Dude,
I
you know
I
who-
can't come up with it right now.
I forget his last name. Fuck, I'll remember.
Kendrick
now.
Lamar.
Oh.
I hate myself for that.
Oh wow.
No,
No,
I
he
was
leaves you with a
thinking
vibe
of
too, and he
someone
leaves
totally
you
different.
thinking forward. Because I find like those two, their music just has you thinking of what life could be. You know what I'm saying? And like, is that what you're going for, or like, because it has
How
seemed
relationships
like
could be, I guess.
because it kind of seemed like you kind of know what pocket you're in. You know what I'm saying? You kind
forward
of
thinking in relationships.
Yeah,
there we go.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Jordan Lucas was the person I was.
the
thinking
new
of.
age gentleman, because I
dope.
think the old age. I think I'm the last of the old gentlemen. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The upfront. Like I really think I am. Like she loves me for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I speak fluent female. You know what I'm saying? Fluent female. You know what I'm saying? Like when they they give you that look and they're like, I don't want to talk to you no more. I know that look. You know what I'm saying? I know it very well. so and
It's like I'm used to that look.
Very much so. I have to admit, I can be a little annoying. So I'm very used to that.
I do have one other question, not to like change the subject, but it just made me remember. So you said like when you were skateboarding, you were listening to music before instrumentals and stuff like that. What type of music were you into? Was it, like the type you're doing now, or
You said bands. And
Yeah, I
stuff.
listen
like
to a
what
lot of
kind of
bands.
bands?
I used to listen to a lot like A Day to Remember, Attila, like Devil Wears Prada. They were
Okay.
pretty dope.
Do you let those influence any of your
Yeah, I
music
have a
now?
guitar in my house too, and I I play
Yeah.
guitar, and I
Okay,
kind of think
okay.
about some of
Just
my
like
songs.
B.O.B..
I've been working on some stuff that's kind of like emo punkish type of like rap
Okay,
as well.
okay.
So it's like
That's cool.
I feel like part of my music and why I love music too is that I don't really like confine myself as well in a box. So it's kind of hard for me. Like, what do you want people to take from you? Like, I don't want people to
Yeah.
just stick to anything, because I might like do this song that you guys heard, earlier today, but then like the next song might be super different than that. It might be like a super like club type of song, or it might be something super rockish, or it might be something that's like more like 90s hip hop type of thing, more
That's dope.
conscious.
Which one's more your vibe?
It's whatever, man. I can have
Whatever
all
he's
types
feeling
of
that
feelings.
day.
Yeah, whatever I'm feeling.
I'm
man.
mostly a mellow dude, but then like there are certain instances of where I need the volume turned to 100. You know what I mean?
No,
so like
that-
those are very different musical styles.
But there's definitely like artists that I go to that have like a variety of emotions if I'm trying to feel like
No,
any
but what's your
particular
constant?
Way, but
What's
it's
your
so
constant?
hard. I mean,
My constant is
Probably
R&B. I'm
some kinda
usually
rap.
thinking. I'm always trying to relate to other people, trying to see how they feel, and
or like 90 in the last year, 90s grunge.
I guess constant for me would be like something with lyrical value.
okay,
Like it doesn't
Just
have to be a
depth.
genre, but it just as long as it has lyrical value. It could be rap. It could be like EDM. There's some EDM songs that'll just have like that one line that's like, oh, that's like really kind of deep and profound, and that's where the whole rest of the song branches
Oh, I
out.
like
to,
him. I don't listen
you
to
know?
EDM, so hearing that
Armin
perspective
van
on
Buuren.
EDM, like it, to me, all like often it just sounds like wing, wing, like it just sounds like a lot of shit going on. But the fact that he's able to, he's deeper than.
Well, there's
I
a lot
can
of
see
types
it.
of EDM too, like
Yeah.
dubstep and like more house type of stuff. So
I
it's
don't know
just
the
like
differences though.
There's
Yeah.
like trance. There's like
yeah,
all
there's
kinds of shit.
it's pretty deep.
Like
But it's
Geico's
like
gonna
I
be
said, lyrical
different than
content. That's what I'm into.
Tiesto.
So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter really the genre.
Huh. So I mean, if you're saying that, how much foreign music do you listen to?
foreign music. I mean, I don't really listen to country music or like. I mean, I'm Dominican.
That's still from this country.
Yeah, that's not foreign.
That's foreign to me, man. I'm from the hood, so that's foreign to me. So you know what I'm saying?
I love that. You see, white people connect. He thinks the South's a different country.
Yeah, I didn't have no horses. You know what I'm saying?
no old town roads. You know, beat you to it.
So I guess I don't really listen too much to that. I mean, I'm Spanish, and like I feel like I grew up listening to so much Spanish music now that even to this day I don't listen to too much Spanish music. I mean, I dabble here and there, but
reggae.
I feel like what would be foreign? I feel like I keep my palette open. Like I don't just stick. I don't have a constant. Like there'll be like I'll think about like you said reggae. I'll think about a reggae song that I really like, and I'll be like, oh, I want to listen to this, and I'll listen to that. Or it's like I'll have this like rap song that I really like the drum pattern of it. Like then I'll throw that on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like kind of whatever I'm feeling in the moment. You know?
No, that's cool because I mean like especially to yours, especially the fact that you're such a vibe type of person. I feel that there should be like there's going to be there's a bunch of vibes that you haven't encountered yet that I think that you very much would be open to and willing to pick up or rap into your style. You know what I'm saying? That like maybe you just haven't bumped into yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. There's so much to music that you don't even really know. So that's why I try to keep myself open as well. If I think that this is my vibe, I'm never going to be able to be like, oh, I kind of like the stuff that you're into or the stuff that you're into because, like, oh, no, this is my vibe.
Yeah, that's how you grow.
Know? Yeah.
You know, and grow as an artist, too. Like,
I mean, one way to come out of that is that, like, I've used my vibe to find different things. So maybe you look for your vibe I find my vibe in Asian music.
Okay.
And then from there, I find people like them, and then it diversifies from that point. You know what I'm saying? I started in Asian rap. I don't know what they're saying, but damn, it sounds like their bars are fucking hard. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then bro,
that underwater squat,
bro, like they be killing it. Though. I'm like, yo, I don't know what he fucking saying it, but like, bro, I listen to fucking what is it called? Vietnamese trap music, bro. Bro, that's it. They sound like they going hard as fuck, bro. They sound like they going hard. I don't know what the fuck they're saying.
Never ceased to amaze me.
Yo, like my father was when it came to music, he grew up. My father came from Africa, so everything is foreign music to him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So growing up under a man like that, and he truly was not fucking biased. He didn't care. My father listened to country. He loved Dolly Parton. He loved Dolly Parton. My father had an Avril Lavigne CD.
Jolene is a great song.
My father had Dr. Dre.
All right.
Did you see what I just covered?
It was all music. He was all over the board.
He didn't give a fuck.
It was all music.
And so, like, when you hear that, and then you hear Michael Jackson, all these other shit.
But where
it's
was
like,
this Slayer CD?
See, Rock. I think that's why Rock still sounds like noise to me sometimes. I can get the melody. I can't. A lot of.
It's hard to process the lyrical depth. What I was talking about through that. You know what I'm saying? And I like the Devil Wears Prada too. And that's like screaming too. So it's just like, that's where the disconnect becomes. You know.
Because, I mean, even with the, like, bad rappers, I'm like, all right, but at least they drop the vibe on me. Like, I'm not even sure how to feel your vibe. I can't find the words. I don't know where the shit is. Like, I know why y'all bump your heads like this. Y'all fuckers confused. Like, y'all not sure which way. Like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, no kumbaya, my nigga. No kumbaya. Fucking hell, man. So, I would like to hear, where's some place that you think you would want to venture soon with your music?
Me and my manager, we're going to talk about going to Cali. You know, that's probably going to be the next, like, leap that we want to do so that we can expand what it is that we're doing because, like, we've been to Florida and now we're up here in the, the East Coast, and then we want to go move over to California and just kind of, like, network with the more bigger people who are, like, doing bigger things with music.
I mean, being this close to New York, you haven't ventured?
Honestly, I haven't really connected too much with New York. I mean, I don't like the cold, honestly, so I'm trying to get out of the cold.
I can fucks with that, but, like, as an entertainer, you can't avoid pockets of people.
That's true.
Yeah.
And going from Boston to, like, New York in 3 hours, bro, like, literally you're doing yourself a disservice by not making that trip. The people double, triple, quadruple just by being in that city. If you can get one gig in that city, I mean, shit, your stronghold on the East Coast has grown considerably. And Boston is not saying that Boston is nothing, but the population in a city.
Hip-hop's bigger in New York for sure.
And the hip-hop is bigger, the city's bigger, there's way more people. You do one event, you probably come out with just as many fans in Boston if you did like 4. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And especially before moving halfway across the world, you might as well take that 3-hour trip.
No, I'm from the Lawrence.
Oh,
From Lawrence?
Lawrence, yeah.
So
That's
you
where I was
get used to
born.
the
Yeah, man.
cold.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I like
Take the
it. though.
take the 3-hour trip
I
before
feel
before you're fully done with the East Coast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because do you want to be flying from Cali to New York?
I mean,
You know what I mean? Like,
ideally, like when I retire, I'm thinking somewhere like Spain. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
Barcelona.
bro.
You know, somewhere
Ooh.
nice.
I'ma
You
have
know, where
summer
they got
homes.
good food and good people. You know what I'm saying?
love
It have to
Who
change.
knows?
It have to change every year for me. It have to change every
Some
year.
of the best food I've ever had is in Spain. Some good shit.
You haven't been to Africa.
No, I haven't.
Okay then. Y'all learned how to cook from us. Just remember that. I think
Different parts of the world.
I'm sure we can whip y'all shit out. Remember, y'all did have us come there. It was called slavery, and we still whooped that shit up pretty good.
There weren't slaves in Armenia.
There were. There's not at the time you think. Like, but
Geography's not my thing, so I'm gonna step out of that one.
she's the Middle Easterner.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
They look white.
I'm sub-Saharan. I'm where all the slaves were taken from.
Okay.
Yeah, and probably
He's
German
the
or some
colonizer,
shit.
not the-
He's one of them. He's one of them. He's probably all 8 of them.
That's
Like,
what they did.
and he's native. He's colonized, and like 80 colonizers. Has a
He's
little
like,
native
I'm only
in him.
3 parts colonizer. I'm with you on the other like 1/10.
I'm 3% sub-Saharan African. Like,
I
fuck
feel it.
you,
It's in my
dog.
bones.
It's in my dick.
You see the pigtails.
I was talking to some guy from Eastern Europe 2 days ago, and somehow I made a passing joke. I was like, "Yeah, man, of course I'm big. I'm African." And he said, "Yeah, I'm African from the waist down." I was dying, bro. I fell out.
That's a pretty funny joke. I've
Bro,
heard
man, and he could speak 3 words of English, bro. I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
So he knew how to sing
That's
language.
awesome.
Bro, and he got comedy, American style comedy. No,
Unreal.
in
Tremendous.
different languages, it has to be presented different ways because the sentence structure ain't the same. So, like, the fact that he was able to do that, I was like, you barely know sentence structure, but you got good shit.
I guess that's something that translates across cultures.
Some. You couldn't tell an
Some more
English
than
joke in
others.
China because the sentence structure is not the same. The delivery.
I guess it's the
completely different.
concept of
Yeah.
what it
Yes.
is.
Yeah, I got what you're saying. Where can we find your music?
You can find my music on Apple Music, Spotify, on YouTube
Yeah.
by looking up IAMAV. That's the letter IAMAV. You can find me on Instagram. That's Antony Montana. No H, just Antony Montana. And, I'll be dropping stuff pretty regularly, like making music, trying to create more vibes with people, get to know more people. Unfortunately, because of this whole Corona situation, I haven't been able to do shows. Like, that's kind of what I wanted to ramp up this year, is do a whole bunch more shows. But since I'm not going to be able to do that, I guess we're going to kick into gear and just do more videos, you know what I'm saying? So everybody heard, like, the last
When's
video
the
that I
next
did.
one dropping?
We're going to be starting to work on it pretty soon. So it's like, now that we're having so much great success with the video that we do now, and like, lots of streams, a lot of people commenting.
Let us know.
following.
We'd like to release it the same day you do if you
Yeah,
can.
we'll
Okay,
plug it.
perfect.
Definitely love
Appreciate
to.
you guys. Yeah, that's dope. You guys
Get you back on when it releases.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, that'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
I'll be down, always down to talk, and you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys having me on.
Thanks for coming on.
And honestly, I'm supposed to have Jordan on. Jordan's supposed to come on at some point. We'd love to get you back on.
I would love to be here
Yeah.
Yes.
to watch
Yes.
you guys talk about Jordan. I want to be in the back. Like, I want an L in my hand. I just want to hear his response.
Maybe that one we can have you in have you in the silent chair where you can just put in your 2 cents every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be on screen or anything. Just yell out something.
Well, we have
I'm
another
definitely
camera.
whatever you need, dog.
Oh, word.
We got it.
But I want to thank you personally, my man. I mean,
Thank you.
I fucked up the timing earlier, sent it to the wrong location.
Nah, it's
My
okay.
man
We
still
made it
came
happen,
through.
though. You know, we're all alive. Maybe that
He's a
saved
real
me
one.
from something else. You know, there was a bus that was coming. You
Real
know,
talk, I like your energy, bro. I like your energy.
I like your vibe.
You don't
like
fuck
your
enough,
vibe.
but I like your energy, man. I like that shit. Like that shit. Yo, thank you for joining us for the Kingz Podcast. I've been yours truly, Karizmatik.
Irish O'Neal.
in AV.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Peace.
You be saying, I see the look in your